mode. It's kind of wussy.
All right, we should be live everywhere now.
Hi, guys.
Wait a minute, that's not right.
We don't know what we're doing.
Oh crap! Why do I have two of the?
What did you do?
I've got two of the. I've got two of the Alpha Strikes, not two. I suppose one's supposed to be Skywarp.
So cancel one and pre-order Skywarp.
I'm trying if I can find the cancellation.
Rob, you might want to go ahead and put the box photo for that 3-pack that John found up as a news item. If you can spare the moment.
I will find out.
Okay, I need to.
Where did I leave my...
All right.
I leave that.
And
What
make
did you lose?
sure everyone orders a Unicron today too. Also,
You can go
Good.
order a Unicron.
Five.
You
Good
can
luck
go
with
order
that.
a Unicron T-shirt right now on Hasbro Pulse Diecast.
I know I thought about it, but then I was like, do I really need it? I need my money for the Unicron, not a T-shirt.
Okay, signing into the transfer thingy.
Yeah, I was running around because I had to get my hair cut today. I forgot I had an appointment. I made it for Thursdays because we normally don't do the show on Thursdays, and I wasn't even thinking about SDCC, 5 weeks ago when I made the appointment. And then when I came home real quick before the haircut, turns out like my dog has a bladder infection, so I had to get a prescription for that, and I just been running around. I actually just got home.
Okay, what's the name of that other stupid set with Skywarp?
Phantom Strike Squadron.
Thank you. I'm just already setting up the post for the Night of 1,000 pre-orders here.
So chat, if we are indeed live and you can hear us now, sorry we're neglecting you a little bit at this point. We're kind of in like 3 directions over here trying to get stuff sorted out.
More like 5.
Well,
Okay, that's gotta be the show title, Rob. You have come up with the Night of 1,000 pre-orders. That's got to be
It's
the
not
show
bad.
title.
It's not bad.
Well,
SDCC 2019, the Night of 1,000 pre-orders. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be the title of the post, so why not?
Ah.
Synergy. It's showtime.
Da, 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 da.
Where's
that-
my Transformers pre-orders?
Okay,
Right.
so it's not Invisible Mirage, it's Hollow Mirage. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure. Just like G2 swipe is clone side swipe, which doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, I guess it's a relatively accurate description of what the side swipe in those colors at the end of Optimus Prime was, but maybe.
Looking at the package photo for this 3-pack, I like how implicit it is that the addition of that cog power dasher is so last minute they had to just basically cram the disassembled parts in anywhere there was a little bit of space.
Is that what it is? I looked at that. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I don't see a cog in there.
Like, it's so obviously designed for just 2 figures.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Where is that one supposed to go up? I guess that's going to be
Amazon.
Pulse. Amazon?
Yep.
Okay.
I got that done. I got that fixed.
Yeah,
got
I
both.
just don't have a link. I haven't found the listing for that yet. John found the picture, but I don't think we have a working product page.
Yeah. I was able to get those 2 pre-ordered anyway. So thanks for that, guys. I was able to get that sorted out. Close some of these windows. Close some of these windows. Let's see.
Okay.
I did. There we go.
Everything going okay over there?
I searched by newest arrivals, but that didn't seem to work
Yeah, well.
for Transformers Siege is what I typed in
On Amazon or Pulse?
on Amazon.
Yeah, that never works.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amazon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably
yeah,
mad.
it's kind of a shame Kilby's not here tonight because we're not going to have short links for any of this stuff.
Yeah, I don't have access to that backend.
Yeah, no.
Hey, so you're still, Jason? I'm not pushing you. I'm just because my friend Fred was asking, are we streaming yet to YouTube? Because he was
Yeah.
asking if it was on his end or mine.
Everything should be fine at this point.
Has anybody like checked to verify that we're streaming?
All right, chat. You can hear us, right?
Antoine Lewis says it's the behind the scenes of T-formers, so that implies that they hear
Yeah.
us.
Plus, I brought up YouTube and everything was there, so everything should
Oh
be good.
well, you know. Um,
Huh. Someone did a search for related searches, strongest Autobot, and their list is Omega Supreme, then Jetfire, then Springer, then Fortress Maximus.
okay, thanks, chat.
Springer, really?
Springer.
And they use the Classics mold Springer as the image.
You got a problem with Springer?
In this ranking, perhaps.
The Jet Power Dasher face on COG. Why are they
Why
using
would they put that
the
on
Jet?
Six Gun?
Why?
Oh.
Wait, what?
What? Yeah, that.
So
Okay.
they use.
Yeah, they're using the Jet Power Dasher face for a ground-based cog when they could have used the drill or the car face.
Yeah, it's clear from the
Yeah.
color and from his alt mode. It's clearly supposed to be the car.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
I
but-
can
but-
see why
yeah.
they wouldn't put it on Six Gun because he's primarily red anyway, so they wouldn't want to
yeah.
use that.
But it's just a jet face on that body. Just, but again, I'm how many people would probably catch that other than me, who's someone who likes Power Dashers?
And how many people like that can there be?
Is the Impactor that different from the regular release though? I thought he's supposed to have like
the deco's a little bit different, and it has the IDW head versus the Marvel-ish head.
And
okay.
does it have the Decepticon symbol on it?
Yeah, it's above his left Power Master.
Mhm.
Well, they look like Power Masters to me.
His left boob.
Now that Mirage does not look good in that clear.
No.
It just does not look good.
No, it was like the
Yeah.
DX9 one that tried to do it. In that
Yeah,
clear, and it
you're
was like-
right. You're right. And see, I've got the DX9 Crasher, which is not bad. I like that. I mean, it's not Fracture, but it's
Yeah.
not bad.
right.
I might wait and see if somebody, or I should say like several somebodies decide to part out this 3-pack.
Yeah.
I might be able to get that Impactor and that Power Dasher each individually from someone for a decent price.
Test.
But-
Test.
yeah,
Sorry, don't mind me.
We don't.
Yeah, my friend Francis is working now.
Oh, good. Hi, Fred.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Fred. These are the guys I told you about. My good friends and best frenemies.
It's like, hey, let's drop exclusives all over the place and put a Unicron up for a
Yeah, it-
Kickstarter.
It
Yeah,
fit.
that's the stupidest part, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. Like they want $600 for a Unicron, and they're also launching $600 at least worth of pre-order goods all at once tonight to ship, basically coinciding with that pre-order period.
I can't help
Ah.
but feel maybe that's part of the reason why Omega Supreme was bumped back a couple of months.
I think that's coincidental, honestly.
Yeah. So why do I not? Okay, go to call. That should bring up y'all
Test.
instead of the links, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. There we are.
Test.
Again, I know every time I
Test.
have a skip week with me being out of town, I come back and again Skype has done something willy-nilly that pisses me off.
That's weird because my Skype looks exactly the same as it did last week and the week before and the week before that.
Well, it likes you. It doesn't like me.
Okay, so the one
Don, how could anybody not like you?
the one with
it
G2
hasn't heard of me.
Sideswipe is August 1st, and then
Yeah.
the other one, the Squadron 4-pack, is August 15th.
Yeah, Skywarp is the 15th, Sideswipe is the 1st.
Okay. That's
I hope no. There is. Now, Chris, on Twitter, you replied to somebody that Non-F is doing a bandolier set for that Sideswipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they revealed it at TFCon.
Okay, all right. I thought so.
It's not up for pre-order yet, but I think it's supposed to be like by the end of August.
Okay. Because I never got it for the Masterpiece Sideswipe. It's just one of the things I just never got around. It was also kind of pricey too.
Okay, so chat, just a heads up. Kilby is not here tonight. He's got personal commitments he could not, I don't want to say get out of, but like he had stuff come up at the last minute that he had to take care of tonight. So we're going to be doing the show without him. We're going to be starting a few minutes late because we're trying to catch pre-orders probably just like everybody else is. So get comfortable and go find your retailer of choice if you want to pre-order some new toys. Some stuff is up on Amazon right now.
I like to think of Brian as having a human resource meeting.
well, we're all in trouble then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better hang on to your hats, chat. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Boy, that was the most stilted delivery, Don.
Was it Don or Skype though? That's the question.
Let's see.
Always blame Skype. The answer is always blame Skype.
Skype.
Yes.
Damn your Skype.
Okay. All right. Aha.
Huh? Don't like those noises.
Okay. Hang on. Where's she at?
I'm already in them.
All right. Okay. Pre-order.
Oh boy.
It's the night of 1,000 pre-orders, folks.
And a hit monkey. Ooh.
And I don't see anything up on Pulse yet.
No.
Me either.
Entertainment Earth is up.
Yeah. Or at least,
yeah.
At least Lancer is. Is Shockwave up there yet?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, there it is.
It's
a little bit farther down.
Hey, Unicron's up.
Are they?
Oh, never mind.
Are they all gonna have all these?
Well, anything that's not an exclusive should go out to all the, typical.
Yeah, because they have everything. They have like Astro Train and.
Yeah, but I mean, it's. Do they?
Okay, they have pre-orders up for Crosshairs, who will be out in December. Refractor is due in October and is $70, which is not bad.
Is this Pulse or Entertainment Earth?
That's Entertainment Earth, which I'll go with to fill out the post as I go.
I don't know how does Entertainment Earth do the
ABTS is up.
Oh, they are.
Oh, Lancer and Shockwave are on Pulse right now.
Oh, good. I'm going to.
Yeah,
they are.
I'm going with that.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Okay, there will be a
That's
brief
free
intermission while I order this.
Yes. Likewise, I'm sure.
Yes, because
I think Lancer and Shockwave are also in stock they're in stock right now for Pulse.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
I'm gonna just go with Lancer at the moment because I don't think Shockwave's gonna sell out fast, and I need to prioritize at the moment.
Likewise, I was never going to do Shockwave anyway, just because money.
I want Shockwave if I can manage it eventually, but
Yeah, but Lancer, I've got to complete that friggin' combiner.
Exactly.
Because I have to, apparently.
I like how
because
Pulse's
this is an
shipping
entirely healthy hobby.
I like how Pulse's shipping options go from standard, which is free for premium, or $7.99 to priority, which is $20.
Yes.
Come
Okay.
on,
Complete
load.
order.
You're not loading.
Yeah, I don't know if I need that shockwave, so I think I'm gonna hold off on that just because
I'm gonna wait on that.
it's
Yeah.
it's like I'm normally order everything and I
You think?
can't.
You do?
I think that Shockwave's going to be around for a while. Like I'm the least worried about that.
Yeah.
Hi, Chad. I hope you are enjoying our special broadcast tonight of a live ordering of everything that Hasbro decided to drop all at once.
Yeah, the big broadcast of
For the record,
2019.
I don't care where we are in the show. I'm cutting the stream at 11 o'clock. Go to bed. Goddammit.
Well, that's one way to control the length of the show.
That's right.
Jason, don't push Jason. He controls everything. He's at his outer limits.
Is Pulse gonna have that refractor?
I would imagine so.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That I really want.
Okay, so my order for Lancer is placed. Hooray. Now let's go back and see what else there is to order. Oh boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm
get that
laughing, but I
shot,
hate this a whole lot.
Yeah, it's just
Likewise.
it's feast or famine. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes
pretty much.
we go for months and not get anything, or we get one piece here or one piece there. We have to hunt around for everything.
Let's see, I'm not seeing any Wave 5 stuff on Pulse yet or Refractor.
Let's see.
I'm checking Amazon for some
Guess
stuff
I'll-
here.
Guess I'll grab Refractor from Entertainment Earth just to fill this post out.
Yeah. Entertainment Earth is given Refractor an October release date.
Yes.
Well, that's plenty of time to cancel it if another option comes up.
Well, now,
Yeah,
But
now,
Entertainment Earth charges shipping, so
well, I think they have a threshold. I think.
Okay. Where's
Over $79. Oh, here's the Wave 5 stuff on Amazon.
Oh,
you
okay.
show me a link.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to collect them.
Okay.
And sorry, live stream, no short links tonight. So just
Bless you.
go to tfradio.net/Amazon and order your stuff there. Brian isn't here to do it
Yeah,
for us.
go to tfradio.net/Amazon and then search for Transformers WFC and then sort by newest. Okay, so that's Ape Face. Yeah, without Kilby tonight, we can't do like convenient short links. So
Yeah.
there is Spinister.
December 31st, huh? Okay.
So they had that as a placeholder on some Studio Series stuff too.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
So I wouldn't hold that as gospel.
Understood.
Test.
Yay! All right, I've got Shockwave and Lancer.
Ah, crap it. Damn it, Hasbro did not save my stuff on file, and I don't have my wallet.
Pay through PayPal?
Yeah, but
You can use your PayPal credit.
yeah, I should
That's
be able
just
to
good
do that.
Dominomics.
Yeah.
It's true.
Let's see.
Okay. I cannot keep up with this, but I've got most of the list on. I've got the start of a list on T-formers that I will update as needed. I'm not kind of not worrying about forum posts right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they got Astro Train.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to get that stuff too. Jeez, I've just got mostly
Yeah,
the
I'm trying to
exclusives.
collect links for you for the Wave 5 stuff on Amazon.
Okay, I mean if you've got the links, I've got the post up now. If you want to just add them as you go.
So are they just not putting up Lightning Collection stuff? Or
Who can tell?
Yeah.
For a second, I thought Rob was going to say, "Who cares?" I was gonna be like, "Uh-oh."
No, I'm
Fighting
fine
words.
with the.
no, that's all right. People are allowed to not care. It's just I do.
Yeah, pretty much. I
That's
mean,
fair.
I care.
Oh yeah, I need to be collecting all these images too, as Jack just reminded me. Oh boy.
Yeah, they have the Pink Ranger for pre-order on Amazon.
Craigie.
Go. Well, don't order too many because, as we all know, too much peak energy is dangerous.
Yes.
Indeed.
I'm sure if Kilby's watching, he's just aghast right now.
Oh, he's
It's fun.
probably...
Well, it's no.
He's seen
This-
nothing but
this-
dollar
it-
signs right now through the Amazon link. He's happy.
Is that all that went up? Is Pink Ranger? Oh, there's a couple other.
Okay, who just walked into a waterfall?
Yeah.
Not it.
Don, are you peeing on your microphone again?
No, I'm gonna. I'm not gonna say it, Don. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
I
it.
think we're all happy about that.
Okay, so
Okay,
So they're just
let's get-
calling the next. They're just calling these toys Transformers War of Cybertron because they didn't announce the next phase.
I believe wasn't the official name for the next phase given?
Transformers War Forgiven.
I don't know if
It's fine,
they
everybody.
actually
We're all
did
good.
it.
The
Okay,
war's
Lightning
forgiven.
The Lightning Collection's up for pre-order on Entertainment Earth. I don't know why it's not on Pulse.
It's on Amazon.
You know,
yeah.
I guess if I see a Magna Defender, I might get it, but all I want is
It looks
titanium.
really good.
It does, but Magna, I never was a big. I mean, as much as I love Lost Galaxy, it's not my favorite series, and Magna Defender is kind of. I like him, but
Then
I
he
don't
can
really
be
want to
all
figure him. I
black.
guess.
It works two ways.
It's not just that. It's just I really just want my titanium figure. I just want my titanium Ranger.
Well, if you don't buy them, they're not going to make any more. Therefore, you'll never get a Titanium Ranger.
I held
Yeah,
out.
that's a good point.
Well, I mean, I don't. Damn it, Matt.
Buy what you want and don't buy what you don't want. I mean, seriously.
No. He has to support this line.
Okay, all right. You should have supported RID Optimus when you bought him and took him home without his brother. But no.
No, that's just good family planning. Matt
Why
knows how
do
many
I have-
children
Why do I have to support a toy line that ended 17 years ago?
Because
that's-
You
love
might not
because,
make any more.
because love knows no bounds.
No, I think his love does know bounds.
All right. So that's all that's at Amazon is those four, right?
That's all I found so far. Right now, I'm updating. Trying to remember what I'm actually updating with.
I'm
It's gonna be
disappointed-
one of those nights.
Disappointed Refractor hasn't gone up.
Yeah,
Anywhere other than-
because I wasn't gonna get him at all.
It's
And-
BBTS and Entertainment Earth at the moment.
Entertainment Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, Big Bad Toy Store has it now too.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Aha.
It's gonna have to go up on Pulse. I would assume.
One would hope.
I mean, Big Bad
'Cause I'm-
Toy Store is not a bad secondary option, I guess.
I guess. I just don't deal with them very much anymore. It's been a long time.
I mean, yeah, I haven't had much need to.
That's funny. The Build-A-Figure is a fat Thor for Civil War.
People
Or,
seem to be kind of in favor of that, though.
Yeah.
I kind of
Fat
want to get there.
Fat Thor is my spirit animal.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I mean,
like
you know,
I
kinda
like
all of
Depression
us.
Thor.
Yes.
So is that like Fat Thor
I
and
relate.
Thin Thor, like tall Tankor and short Tankor, or is that something else?
Yeah, kinda.
No,
I
they're,
guess they're the
they're
same person.
guy.
Yeah,
Move aside,
Okay, was I
Lebowski.
supposed to? Let's see.
it's not so much a difference in Tankors. It's more like a Scotty or an Elvis kind of thing.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so I was just adding in those 4 Siege Wave 5 toys, right?
Far as I know, also the Fan Choice 3-pack I did not have a link for yet. If
I
there's
still
one
don't
now
have a
available.
link for that.
Gotcha.
Which one are you looking for?
The 3-pack that you were posting pictures from.
Yeah, it's up. It's on Amazon.
Can you throw a link in the Skype chat?
Yeah, scroll up. It's the one right before fan vote up.
Oh, they've added parts to this free power to reflect. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, this new refractor set comes with extra bonus parts to actually make it look like a camera.
Make it a camera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And it's toy accurate, which honestly is more important. Priorities,
Yeah, it's not due till December.
Okay.
God, I should not be buying all this.
I
You haven't bought it
buy all
yet.
Said
this.
everyone.
You haven't bought it yet.
I've bought Lancer, Shockwave, and Reflector so far.
I bought
That's
Lancer.
about-
That's all I got.
Yeah, I pretty much pre-ordered everything.
If Refractor goes up on Pulse, I might. I hate having to try to predict my money that far into the future.
All right. Well, now was Shockwave over at Pulse? Was Shockwave in stock?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
So this is ridiculous.
Power Dasher. What was it? Power Dasher Aragon. Okay.
He has the wrong Power Dasher head. He has the Power Dasher head for the one I actually had, so they're not going to do that.
Maybe you can swap the heads.
On to something.
No, I mean they're doing all 3 Power Dashers if the rumor list is true, and so far it
okay.
seems to be. Brunt's going to be Drill Dasher, and obviously Sixgun's going to be Jet Dasher.
I forgot about the rumor list.
Oh, that happens. We haven't talked about it a whole lot.
No.
Okay.
What was that? Okay.
What?
Those look nice.
I hit new arrivals on Pulse and it says Transformers Vintage G1 Mini Cassettes 3-pack. Garage,
Yeah,
Nozu, and Decepticon Frenzy.
Yeah.
Honey?
Wait,
Here's the
what?
link. Check the link I posted. Chat.
Oh, I
What?
just refreshed. Oh, well, there's the refractor set on Pulse too,
Oh,
okay,
nice.
those.
Oh, well, I already ordered
and
it.
Wave
so-
5.
Yeah, those are the ones that came with the Bumblebee last year, right?
But not
no,
clear?
These are the other ones, I think, aren't they?
Do they still combine? They do. No.
Oh,
Huh.
that's another news post when I'm done with this.
Okay.
Yeah, no, these are the
Yeah, they
these are the-
do.
These are the other dinosaur cassettes that are super hard to get.
This is a
Not
great
anymore.
show, and we apologize.
Mother Ducker.
Well,
No one should ever accuse us of hating Transformers again after this.
I don't know. I
I
might hate
don't know
Transformers
about
after
that.
tonight.
Yeah.
yeah, and I
This
haven't
is-
even checked the chat, guys. I'm gonna apologize to the chat. It's just like
I'm
this is.
sorry,
thi-
chat. This is the worst outcome that this possibly could have been.
Yeah, I've
But
never
it's
seen this
completely
happen
not our
before.
fault.
Yeah,
No, this is entirely Hasbro's fault.
sure.
Oh,
they're
yes,
doing the
send-
same thing, guys. They're half listening to us and half doing what we're doing.
Send
Point
all
taken.
send all fan mail to Hasbro over the content of your RFC tonight. No, please don't. We need them to like us.
Yes.
We want to go to Toy Fair again.
I
Yeah,
can't even
I'm.
keep track of what I just bought.
This is.
I know.
I don't even want to think about my credit cards. I have bought. Oh
I'm just-
God!
I'm
just
sitting here,
and I keep
looking
saying
at these
I'm
cassettes.
getting too old for this. I have to sell more. I have to be responsible and thin my collection out. And it's like
I would just like to take a second to go. I ordered Spinister. That's all I care about. I'm good.
I feel like if this goes on long enough, the live audience is going to see us, at least some of us, go through all the stages of grief with this.
Yes.
I did that with Cookie Monster.
That
You got a
that he
goddamn
did.
shirt.
Okay,
That
I'm gonna wait
experienced
on the
all of it.
cassettes. I'll wait on those cassettes. That's fine.
I'm gonna go ahead. And,
They're only $35. I'm just.
I
Whatever.
mean, I
Well,
don't.
I'll worry about them later.
Yeah, it's the
Okay, so
It's
on
a-
Pulse, the refractor set is due in on September 1st.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where I just ordered him from.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure everybody is aware of that, so they keep that in mind when delegating their finances.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's a
No,
good
that's
call.
a great heads up.
Okay, well, if I have to, I'll use my backup credit card.
Oh Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Oh
He's
no,
got to pack up his backup.
man.
Oh man.
The
no, he didn't say it was his secondary backup credit card. It's just his backup credit card.
the dirty
No.
secret of Dononomics.
No, no.
Oh
This
no.
is my old Toys R Us credit card that's still valid through the bank.
Oh
It's-
right.
It's the same number. They just gave me a non-Toys R Us card,
Yeah.
but I've got it. But I didn't want to use it anymore because of the interest rate, and because I wasn't getting anything for it, obviously, because with Toys R Us gone, you weren't getting the points. But
of
I
course, since
use
it's a
it.
pre-order, I can't do PayPal.
Yeah, and so I just used this to pay off my retina surgery because I have a 48-month payment program on that. So the interest isn't bad because I've got it. I'm going so long on that retina surgery payment that I can use this higher interest credit card because it's such a low amount per month. I can pay it right off and I get that huge interest hit.
Live
I just-
Dononomics right here.
I just don't like using it because
Oh,
of
boy.
the interest rate, because it's the old TRU card at like 19 or 18 or something.
Oh, that's new. Hesmo
Le-
Pulse has a postal code field now for credit card entry.
Yeah.
Ah, good.
Oh yeah, that's new. Extra protection, I guess.
Same thing. Same thing. The gas pumps want.
Yeah.
I given our previous discussion here, I would just like to point out to everybody that we are in fact not a financial podcast. It is on the screen.
No, we are
Yeah,
not a
okay,
financial
okay.
Anything-
planning
Okay,
podcast.
I have to say
Anything we
this.
do.
I have to say this. I have to say
No, you
this.
don't.
Any past success of Dononomics is not a guarantee of future performance.
That's
He
right.
Does, he does indeed have to say that. That is correct. I'm going to keep
Yes.
this text handy. I think we might need it occasionally throughout the night.
Oh bugger.
These photos are all out of order, and I don't actually care at this point.
So
Add to cart. Oh,
now,
I hate this.
now the cassettes weren't.
Sinister, you're going to be our cover boy.
Yeah, the cassette. Well, no, why not do the cassettes, Rob? Since that's like we had
Art.
no.
That's going to be a separate listing, Don.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Just
I just thought since they came out of nowhere.
oh yeah, they will have to be. That's why they're going to have to be their own thing.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
That's that. Oh, I probably ought to.
Yeah,
link
because we
to
didn't
them
know about
sometime.
them.
No, we didn't.
Not at all.
Your
I mean, I didn't
Crosshairs
know
is on
about half this
Amazon.
stuff because I
Okay.
was working today, but
All right. Is there anything else
What's
we
up,
need
John?
to order? Or-
Oh, I was just saying, Crosshairs is up on Amazon. I think he kind of
Oh,
lagged behind you.
all four of the Wave 5 toys are up on Amazon. I put links
Yeah.
up
Okay,
somewhere.
All right, cool.
and they're
Sorry,
also-
Big Bad.
They're also all linked from a T-Formers post right now too. If you go to tformers.com, hang on, let me get the
Oh yeah.
tformers.com/35339. You will find an article with a collection of links to everything we've been able to, pull together so far. I don't want to say it's comprehensively complete because I don't think it is, but
I don't either.
it's the
No.
best it's the best we've been able to do at the moment.
Oh my God, my order page is like doubled.
Cart
So-
subtotal 4 items, $119.96. Woo!
dumb question. Who are the other two deluxe figures? Because I only see Spinister and Crosshairs.
Those are the 2 deluxe figures.
Yeah.
Aren't there usually 4 deluxe figures?
Not
Well-
in Wave 5.
I mean, there's reruns.
Yeah.
Those
Those
wouldn't
are the
get
2
those
new
wouldn't get
ones.
new separate pre-orders.
Gotcha.
But now, isn't Star Convoy due soon?
September 1st, possibly.
Oh,
So that's another $80.
I
Man.
had to
Hey.
order him.
I wonder why they bothered to include Frenzy when there's apparently going to be one at
They're
Walmart
They're
soon.
doing that to vex me
Yeah, because I mean, why
because
not?
I already have Laserbeak and Ravage, so I can't buy those 2-pack because I don't want the duplicates. But
How
now
do
I
you-
can get one of the humanoid cassettes with rare Japanese G1 combiner cassettes that you can't get in their original form. They're vintage forms anymore because they're super super rare. They're doing this specifically to spite me.
Oh, that's right. Because if you get the Walmart reissues, you'll have a Frenzy anyway.
Yeah,
So why not color him as enemy?
that's a really good question.
I mean, or eject, or make it like a versus pack and have But does that
did they
mean
do
he's?
encores for Blasters cassettes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So they would have the two lanes available. Yeah, I don't know.
And I wonder if that Frenzy is going to come.
Yeah, me too, Jason.
Didn't the cassettes at one point for some countries come single carded, not with their pack mates, and they were little single carded cassettes? Or am I misremembering?
Okay.
Because I thought I remember
Okay.
at one point seeing some for one of the South American or Asian countries, the cassettes were coming single packed. I need to email Hydra on that, see if he knows. But he's so busy, I don't want to bother him.
The copy link.
But I thought I remember seeing a single carded cassettes that was just one or two of the pair on a real thin little card, because I remember it being about yay big by yay big.
Refractor is on Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We covered that.
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking. At my
Well,
phone.
someone was asking in the chat. Sorry.
Thank
okay.
you.
I think it's over,
I'm glad
right?
someone's paying attention.
Is it over, guys?
I hope so, John.
maybe?
Okay. I've got to get this one listed, and then I'll be done and probably
Okay, I've got the
ready-ish.
cassette 3-pack on the T-Formers post.
Oh, you
See,
do?
Yeah.
Okay,
If
so I
the-
don't have to list those?
I mean, I put them on our list of 1,000 pre-orders, so
Okay, I guess I probably ought to give them their
Test,
own post,
test, test.
considering.
they are kind of an interesting thing.
Yeah, I think it's worth it, so that's my next step.
And they don't come with a Bumblebee, so that's a plus.
Yes, it is.
Point.
So apparently we are going to get Lightning Collection roleplay stuff because there's a White Ranger helmet full size.
Neato.
So I'm canceling.
I
Sorry,
think it's just the helmets that they're doing.
sorry, BBTS, but I'm canceling the refractor there because it's $2 cheaper at Pulse and I get free shipping. So I'm sorry.
Dude, that's happened like 1,000 times in the last 20 minutes.
I know. It's just I just hate. I don't want to be that guy.
Get in line.
I know.
Don't worry.
All right. Everything
Yeah.
else.
I mean, they
still
could probably
got-
look at the log on their website and determine exactly when Hasbro went live with stuff. It's when
Yeah,
all their pre-orders.
good point.
Probably, yeah.
I was really hoping that Jet Power Optics would have come out by now, so I could space out stuff a bit better. But I think I've got everything.
I guess Ratchet's the only thing since he's Walgreens, right? That didn't.
Except that was also said to go up for pre-orders at this time, so you might want to go check Walgreens.
Oh man, you pay like $10 shipping.
Did anyone check to see if the Walmart links were up yet?
Oh, that's a good point. Let me see. Where do I have those stashed? Click.
In the
What's
folder called.
going
Yeah,
on?
I forgot about
I
that
can't even
stuff.
remember anymore.
And just imagine
Oh, it's
we have.
working.
Oh
Pre-order
crap!
available arrives October 3rd. That's
All
Blue
right,
Streak.
I will take those.
Oh,
Oh, just Blue Streak.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't want those. That's fine.
What are
Okay.
these? What?
Oh boy, here we go again. So Jason, about that starting in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is Red Wings supposed
We
to come
didn't do
back up
this.
today?
Yes, he's
Red
up.
Wing did go back up
Yes,
today, but
he
you have
did.
to have a red card.
I have a red card.
Okay, well then you can probably go order it.
Hey, Chris, are you putting those links in the chat?
I'm trying to get them done.
Okay, I'm just asking. I didn't know. And
Patience,
Walgreens.
child, patience.
No, I'm just asking for a friend. Right,
You're-
Massey?
Named Dawn.
No, Massey. Massey was asking.
Oh, of course.
Let's see. The animation Megatron is not working at the moment.
Where
But
is that
here's
supposed to
the
be?
Optimus. These are at Walmart.
Oh,
Okay, if I have the links, that's good enough for me. I don't care.
Okay. And
And
Ratchet.
here is Sound Blaster.
Ratchet is not showing up at Walgreens under a search engine.
Here's the Megatron link, but it just goes to a technical difficulties page. So
Walmart.
I'll be adding those to the post.
Yeah, nothing is showing up at Walgreens.com yet for that Ratchet under several searches.
I signed into the bloody forums.
Also,
here
just in
so I
case
can
I don't
see.
get a chance to say on the show,
Yeah.
boo Hasbro for battle damage
Sure.
on Sound Blaster. Just boo. Boo.
Fair enough.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You had one job. These were supposed to be the ones we could get if we didn't want that stuff. Of course, in our own head, we had no idea that was actually going to be the case, but still.
Yes.
Well, we thought, special release, special circumstances, but
Okay, good. I am signed in. I can start doing some forum posts.
We did do that, yes.
Freaking Target. I'm signed in.
Freaking everything and everybody.
Now
Yeah.
it'll do it. Okay, that was weird.
All right, honey, thank you. I
There's
know you
really
have
an-
savings for me.
Okay, hey,
5, 6,
Uh,
5. Yeah, that didn't work right at all. Cool.
Jason, I was going to look at that honey, but I saw so many negative things in the comment section about browser incompatibility, causing bad issues with just a lot of stuff going on. I mean, does it actually work?
Works for me.
Okay. So you said the Megatron and Optimus were not working?
Optimus is working. Megatron isn't.
Right.
Which
Uh,
one?
But all the
the
links are there in the
Optimus?
Skype chat,
All right,
Okay.
thanks.
Thank you.
and they're going up on the T-Formers post as quick as I can manage.
Let's see. You're still working on the pre-orders one?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just.
I was done.
Okay, I just wanted to ask because I'm doubling back and doing forum posts on the other two, and I did not want to override your edits accidentally when I updated that.
Okay,
So-
well, I just committed the most recent edit, so
Okay, I will go back and do a forum post for that then, and I will let you know when I'm done in case anything else needs changed.
well, I'm also adding the BBTS links for the Wave 4 stuff, Wave 5.
Okay.
I'll just add them on the same line. It's not a big deal.
Okay, I was about to say if you want, I can just give you the forum post number so you can add that to your changes, and we only have to do this
I
once.
see what you mean.
Yeah, it should be 59567. And is.
59567.
Yes, sir. Let's see if Jack has
Okay.
thrown anything else at me.
I don't think
No, he's not.
he might be busy trying to pre-order stuff right now too.
Would not surprise me. If you're listening, hi, Jack. He does
Well,
sometimes.
sometimes he does.
God.
Forum posts
What
are taken
the-
care of. We are
okay.
good. I guess I'll.
Yep, this is gonna be a big mess.
Okay.
Yes.
This is gonna be our worst show ever.
Yay.
Yes.
So the stuff we type in the chat does not show up out there, right? It's still internal.
Evidently,
As
Okay.
far as we know.
Yeah, you guys are all in separate windows.
This
via
week-
NDI. It's lovely.
this week it's working.
Dang it. Do I pre-order Refractor or not?
You can always
Um,
cancel.
Yeah, you got time, and it's easier to cancel on Pulse than it is other places.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be having a
Many
pretty decent YouTube check
That
coming to me.
Megatron's up. Your link might be wrong.
Well, it's the I clicked the link from the Facebook post, so if it's wrong, it's Hasbro's fault.
Yeah, do you want the link?
You can put it in the Skype chat. That would help.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah, Refractor's the other thing I'm actually going to order today.
That refractor
gave in.
looks great. I love that refractor.
Already have one
I-
pre-ordered.
I do too, and I just, it's like, that's one I'm 100% sure I'm never going to see like in a store or anything, so.
Well, I'll be honest. I wasn't even going to buy anything buy any of the refractors. It looked just so blah. But in those colors with all the extra pieces, it helps a lot.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Card.
Now I have to remember my password, which is
Always a party.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, do they have a credit card on file for me?
Pulse?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure
I
if they.
don't think they do.
I don't think they
that.
retain that information.
Yeah.
Okay, because they have not given me enter your card number yet. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
you'll
I
get there.
I had to type all my stuff in. So.
Well, there goes $117 to Walmart.
And I just took
Oh,
the Not a
eventually.
Financial Podcast sign down, Diecast. Damn it.
I saw that. Yeah.
No, I think it's pretty self-evident we're not a financial podcast.
I don't know. I have a feeling someone here is going to suggest that people take out like loans and crazy shit like that to get Unicron ordered. I just have a suspicion someone might say that. Can't imagine who that
Oh,
could
Or
be.
two.
I
Or
think you have to
two.
wait a little bit.
Yeah, I should smack you, Diecast.
Well, the good thing is I don't care about Sound Blaster. If I want to get a repaint, I want to get Galactic Man Shockwave.
That link worked better, right, Chris?
I haven't had a chance to try it yet, unfortunately.
I just ordered
When will we ever get a Galactic Man Shockwave again? I mean,
But at the same time, I'm just not concerned about that selling out.
Well,
True.
no, I'm talking
Yeah.
to Don. He said
Yeah.
if
Oh,
he
okay,
if
that's
he
good.
had to choose between that and Sound Blaster, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
we,
definitely
we've got
pressure
Sound
Don.
Blasters.
Yeah, definitely pressure Don.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess this will be okay.
Oh, nothing's gonna be okay. I mean,
Oh no, never. But
No,
this will
we're-
do for now.
We're doomed.
Oh, entirely. But
yeah,
That's
no, I was
not
just talking
like-
about
that's-
the toys.
oh yeah, I was about to say that's a separate issue from what's going on here.
Yeah, I was just talking about the toys.
Hmm.
Okay, BBTS links inserted where I was able to find them.
Processing order. Okay.
Yeah, but I think that covers all that.
Order is confirmed.
Oh boy.
That is probably it for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my hands up and stop typing things. I'm gonna try that link. Yeah, I will go ahead and replace that link since that works. Thank you, Diecast. If he's still there, I can't actually see.
No problem. I'm here.
Okay, throw that one in there. Oh, it's shorter too. Okay, update.
Okay.
And then I gotta go find Blue Streak again because I want to put that on pre-order. There it is.
Let's see.
Apparently, they're all coming out October 1st from Walmart.
Mhm.
Swell.
Okay, yeah, I can cover that right now. And the rest will be stuff.
Stuff, yes.
It will definitely be stuff. But
I like how Sound Blaster wasn't even $30. Just-
Oh, what's
That's
my
it.
account?
And see, I've still got my regular Shockwave. I haven't even opened yet.
Shockwave's nice.
Yeah. Okay, backup credit card.
Is that the right password? No.
okay.
Damn it.
Let's see now.
That's taking longer. Did that one work, or are they locking me out of my account?
Yay.
It's so hard
So-
to tell.
Should we remember for next year that maybe not do the show on Thursday for SDCC?
Okay, the thing is, this has never happened before. They've never put everything up for pre-order the same day as the panels and everything.
Yeah.
We
I mean-
had
I
no
mean,
way to know.
Yeah. Some things have.
Exactly. I'm saying,
but
should
not-
we remember this for next year?
Yeah.
Whenever
it-
whenever
Yeah.
Brian goes,
If we do,
let's
they
hold
won't."
off and do the show on Thursday.
But if we do that, then they won't.
To me, it
Well,
says that
if
they're at least confident that Hasbro Pulse can handle this, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
I was able to get all my pre-orders through, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
let's just wait and see how it goes for Exclusives Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took off for that day.
Christ.
That's not a bad idea,
No,
honestly.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. It strikes me as not a terribly healthy idea, but it just
Oh,
there's
it's
just
fine,
something
it's
about
fine.
that. I'm taking the day off from work so I can go pre-order toys. There's just something about that is just like that doesn't
But
sound
it's
like
also-
unreasonable behavior to me, and that means that my life has taken a horrible wrong turn somewhere.
I need
Well,
that
yeah.
MP10G. I can't help
But it's
it.
not. But it's well, Diecast. If you're taking that day off, if you can get me a Ghostbusters Optimus Prime, because I'm saying,
I mean,
it's
yeah,
very
you
hard- it's
might
very-
as well.
I mean, it's very hard for me to get any kind of time off while I'm at work to do this kind of stuff because it goes up so willy nilly, and I really hate to ask anybody to do that. But if you can get me one, I would appreciate it because I know I won't be able to get on my phone.
Yeah, as
and
long
get
as they're
to
not
it.
like one per person.
Yeah.
Go check on Pulse. They have a page up for the exclusives. And I think it might say what the limits are.
Hmm.
Pulse is usually 2.
Usually, but I mean, you can't be
Uh,
entirely sure.
like Lancer's 2 and Shockwave is 2.
But they're not SDCC exclusives.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but I imagine something that's a more limited run, possibly. They're not going to up the order number on it. So I would still say 2.
I would
Oh, yeah,
say
if not
They
one.
want.
it better be one if they're that limited.
All right, I got everything ordered because I really wanted those cell shaded Siege figures. For
Yeah,
some
I
reason,
just don't care.
them in blue. I just really wanted them for some reason. But you know,
Hasbro's never ever done cell shaded figures, so like that's kind of historical.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
Blue Streak pre-ordered.
yeah.
They don't look bad either. I just
Yeah.
not something I'm particularly interested in personally.
Well, I'm at this point with everything I've ordered. I'm thinking about canceling a couple of things I had on pre-order because it's like the Optimus Prime statue that I want so bad, the cell shaded one.
I'll just buy the $30 cell shaded figure instead and have done with
But
it.
but it's not. It's not.
Okay,
It's not the same.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
All right.
Oh, the premium party. Wow, that's a lot of people.
Okay, I have got to go to the facilities for a second. I'll be right
Okay, as
back.
soon as Don comes back, we will actually try to do a show instead of just sitting here for an hour pre-ordering things, which is literally what we just did. That is
It's only
literally.
been 42 minutes.
Hey,
It's been 42 minutes since the show is supposed to start. It has been an hour since we started buying things.
Hey, the entire audience, I guarantee, is doing the same thing right now. So
yeah.
Yeah,
no
I
They-
imagine
they should be
I
fine
imagine
with
you're right. That's why I'm not super worried about losing the audience because we wouldn't have had them anyway.
Yeah, really.
plus there is got to be some kind of sadistic pleasure in watching us all spend all our money.
Sure.
So John, how recent was that tweet? I just closed the tab.
How recently was the tweet I posted?
Yeah.
It
I don't know what the
was
timestamp on it was.
8:47.
I saw it in disc. Okay, 30 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Ah.
not even. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
so they're
hopefully that
probably
finds-
inside by now.
If it was BotCon, maybe not. So I don't know. Does Hasbro at San Diego Comic-Con operate above or below the BotCon?
No, I was just wondering if we should be looking to see if any news has come out of that party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, okay, so Ant just tweeted saying I was right about the Pulse Party location, so I guess that means they put it back at the breakfast place.
Breakfast at 8 o'clock at night. It sounds good to me.
Hey, I am not above eating some bacon for dinner.
Are you kidding?
When I
gotta
say not
agree.
above,
That's the best time. Breakfast for dinner, man.
So
Yeah.
Hasbro Pulse is putting up Marvel Legends stuff now, but still no Lightning Collection.
They'll get there.
fine.
Well, hey Matt, let me know when they put up my Jack of Hearts figure, and then I'll run over and get one.
So
Wow.
who did
It's
the
already
article
sold out, Don.
SDCC
Oh, okay.
2010 Unicron prototype and Rainmaker's images?
What?
Oh, speaking of the rain,
Who did the post SDCC 2010 Unicron prototype and Rainmaker images?
I don't know.
It just went up. It's the top post. Let
Well,
me
that's
see.
not me.
Bacon.
Not me either. Okay, that's Jack. so.
Jack.
okay.
Oh no. What is that?
It's things from the press event, so
It's a
I'm
typo,
just
yeah.
going to
Does he
slip
realize
and then
it's
fix that
20
typo.
Yeah, it's 2019.
Well, I mean, it feels like we've been
He
on the
may
stream
have
that
been
long, so
He may have been confused and thought that was the Platinum Unicron in prototype form.
yeah. That was showed off at STCC 2010.
Quite possibly.
Could be.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's where they're revealing the Rainmakers at the Pulse Party or whatever event they're at.
Ah,
Oh, and the Micromaster 10 pack is there too.
Maybe that's why
Look
they
at
were
these
pulled.
pictures.
Here's something
Oh, and that means
special.
we actually have legible names for all of them now. So that's good.
Oh, those Rainmakers are gloriously fluorescent.
Yes.
They're pretty bright.
And look at that Unicron. Look how good he looks.
Oh Lord.
Oh, everything looks good as a great prototype. Anyway, okay,
I
so
guess
are
there's
we,
a show.
yeah, are we all good
The
to
Rainmakers are also in the package wrong.
I suppose I'm as ready as I'm gonna get. I have no idea what the hell's going on at this point.
Recordings are going. We can go whenever. Go, go, go.
Okay, so this is finally Radio Free Cybertron episode 631, and 631 coincidentally is equal to the amount of money each of us has just placed in pre-orders because Hasbro decided, after revealing many, many things at SDCC just this afternoon, to put them all up for pre-order tonight at our usual show start time, or what would be our usual show start time if it was Wednesday. As you may have noticed, this is Thursday. We delayed because we wanted to be fresh with the SDCC news. I think it backfired a little bit, and Kilby is not going to hear the end of this. Coincidentally, Kilby's not here. Isn't that strange? It's almost as if he knew what was going to be going on and decided to take the night off so he could himself go and place all of these pre-orders, which he would no doubt have been doing during the show otherwise and getting us nowhere.
Yeah.
Not that I've done any better.
Yeah.
I'm XV, and I'm hosting tonight, which is why this is a disaster.
Well,
I hope Brian's going to pre-order a Unicron as well.
Joining me on the road
He
to Ruin
already
tonight
has.
is Diecast and Matt, who you just heard. Don's here too,
hello.
and John DeLuna, of course.
Yo.
And we are being streamed and produced by Jason Kirk, who is back with us again this week.
And what a night he picked to come back.
I
Don't
have
forget Rob.
regrets.
Rob is here too.
Hi,
Rob will-
Rob. Sorry.
Rob,
No
Rob
worries.
Rob will be here to turn the lights off.
Rob, you're just so quiet most of the time. Like if I'm not looking right at you, it's easy to like.
And also not on
I
camera.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're starting kind of late because we just literally spent the last hour pre-ordering things and spending lots of money in advance. It's been a ride. It's been a ride.
We spent
So
the last hour. That's definitely it.
Yes, we have
Oh,
spent
this
the
this
last
is on-
hour.
Yeah, this is on top of the fact that Diecast and I just got back from TFCon Toronto spending money all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fortunately, I had decided well in advance to skip what we got this week. And as it turns out, later this year, we will have a hell of a what we got when all these pre-orders come in.
Oh yeah.
Also, Diecast, you might want to consider there goes my money for this weekend sometime because, boy, howdy, does this qualify.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is there goes our money generation 2 is what it is.
Oh,
Have we
oh,
added
man.
this up? What is
so-
this all like totaling?
Okay, so-
$631.
Oh my god.
Before we jump into the SDCC news, we do have 2 contests to declare winners for. So we've been, for the last 2 weeks, I believe, holding a giveaway for an Ectotron. And the winner of that is Carlito at Gabriev28. Brian Kilby will be in contact with you to get your shipping information and confirm with you. We also have been running a surprise Springer contest, which kind of just came up last minute because we've been having a lot of fun with these giveaways. Brian actually really loves doing these. And the winner of Springer is Skeeter112375, who is also at Skeeter112375. So that's actually really convenient. Brian will also be in touch with you to get details about your shipping arrangements. So congratulations to our contest winners. And I don't know if or when we're going to do giveaways again anytime soon, but, keep an eye out because Kilby loves just, sending people things just for the fun of it.
And with the way this night has gone, some of us may have ordered duplicates and have not yet realized it.
Diecast.
So,
Well,
He
yeah, I did
realizes it.
pre-order from a couple places on a couple of them.
Well, okay, so
yeah,
we already know there's one thing that Diecast has pre-ordered a duplicate of, and it is the big news, so we should just go ahead and get this out of the way. So Diecast
Make the 8,000.
okay. All right, hey
I
guys.
could say something so mean right now.
Yeah, hey
Like-
guys, chat saying there's no sound.
I got it. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It'll be there in the podcast version. I hope.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to
Jason,
show
you
my
had one
face.
job.
I fixed it. It's fine. My job started an hour ago. I'm off the clock now.
All right.
Yeah, so HasLab Unicron, it's a hell of a thing. So the way this campaign is going to work, they need 8,000 people to pre-order Unicron, and each one of those pre-orders
$575 a piece,
plus tax plus shipping.
which
But it comes with
out
a
to like
stand.
$609.
Yeah, something like that. I mean,
But it
it's
comes
going to
with a
vary with your
stand.
local tax. Yeah, well, it's going to kind of need it. It's so it's 27 inches tall. Although the materials they were showing at SDCC at the top of the head, it's only 24 inches. So it's actually going to look eye to eye with a Fort Max, rather than tower over it some. But the really important part of this equation here is that it's 19 pounds, which is like 10 pounds more than the previous heaviest Titan, whichever one that was.
What would be the heaviest one?
I don't. Well, not one. It
Unicron now.
It wasn't Predaking or Devastator. I remember those specifically were quite a bit lighter.
Yeah. Probably
Um,
Trypticon.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It-
Trypticon's
it-
got a lot of mass. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Trypticon's a big boy. He's not tall, but he's a big boy. So yeah, it's this is a thing, and as of the time we started the pre-show tonight, and pre-show has run way the hell over. As of the time we started tonight, I think the HasLab page was up to like 1,200 and something backers.
14, I think.
Okay, thank you. We'll go with that. So it's a little better than an eighth of the way there, with another 40 some days to go. But I can't help but notice that after the first 3 days, this opened up on Monday. It has tapered off a little bit in the response. It grew pretty quick those first couple days, and now it's kind of petering out a little bit.
Yeah, it surpassed Cookie Monster at one time.
I think it's
is-
still a Cookie Monster.
It is far, far past Cookie Monster right now.
Although Cookie Monster needs fewer people and less money, so like,
Yes. Yes.
if you look at the bar graph, they might be roughly parallel. I don't know. I haven't actually fact checked that, but it sounded good in my head. Now, to help this process along a little bit, we did find out yesterday that Takara Tomy Ball is going to have their own pre-order campaign for this Unicron. And that's going to start to coincide with Summer Wonderfest, which begins, I believe, on July 28th. We don't know any further details on that right now. What we're assuming is that whatever number of pre-orders they get from that will be combined with the HasLab pre-orders, and it will all tally together toward getting this produced. Right now, what they have is actually really impressive pair of basically one-of-a-kind prototypes, one of a kind each. They have two on display right now at SDCC. One is a robot and one is the planet, and like they're super cool looking. And I mean, honestly, I might be a little biased in my assessment just knowing the nature of them, because we call a lot of things prototypes that really aren't. They're test shots usually, which are run out of production molds using whatever plastics around, and sometimes then hand painted to look like the final product. Sometimes they're just sprayed primer gray for effect. But this is genuinely a prototype. It's been partly or entirely 3D printed. There might be hand-carved resin elements in it. We don't really know the full details of the construction, but while they could very reasonably be assumed to run more of these prototypes if they needed to for whatever reason, like if one got damaged or even lost. How do you lose a planet, though?
I would, under my shirt, maybe, if I was at SDCC.
Good luck with that. They might wonder why you suddenly gained 250 pounds since you came into the booth.
They know me. They know me. They would keep me far away from that.
They pat you down before you leave.
Yeah, Doc has a Pocky addiction.
Hey, where's our Unicron? How about the one who's been asking for it for like 3-4 years now?
Now, I would just like to point out that this was announced the day after Diecast officially gave up on Unicron on Twitter.
Yeah, that was kind of a fun coincidence.
Well, I don't think that's a coincidence.
Sunday.
I think Hasbro was like, hey, now'd be a good time.
I was just accepting Cookie Monster as the next HasLab. I went through all the stages of grief. Like, I was in disbelief. I was like angry, and then I was sad, and then I just went to acceptance, which is why I got the shirt.
Okay, I was in the car with you. You skipped disbelief and went straight to angry.
No, I didn't believe it for a couple seconds. I was like, huh? What? No, that can't be.
You know the stages I went through when I saw Cookie Monster was the HasLab thing? Now, at first there was disbelief, because I saw it first tweeted from Ant, tfu.info. And I thought he had just like photoshopped something up to troll Diecast. So technically that counts as a stage of disbelief. Then when I went and looked and saw it was for real, and that happened instead of Unicron, I switched stages to elation. Because like I could not ask for anything better to come before Unicron besides the Seacons, which we've already gotten that fulfilled. We're in the process of that right now. We'll probably actually hear more about that at Wonderfest.
Yes, those are actually happening. Diecast.
Okay,
Unicron is still a maybe.
The stage I'm at right now is anticipation, which is anticipation of someone who backs both Cookie Monster and Unicron once they have them both delivered, staging fight scenes between them, because I think they're roughly in the same height range.
Cookie Monster is 38 inches tall.
Okay, so Unicron's going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage.
Slight
Cookie Monster's apparently been eating his cookies.
As he does.
The weird part of this was and Matt can verify this, is we were just starting our journey in the car to TFCon when they announced Cookie Monster.
We had literally just gotten on the turnpike.
And then on the way home, we had just crossed into the U.S. border. So it was only about an hour and a half into the ride, and they announced the Unicron.
So my favorite part of that was Matt sending to our internal mailing list, basically relating your fervent desire to do some kind of podcast, to talk to someone about this.
And everyone declined.
Well,
There's-
Kilby kind of declined on everyone's behalf because he didn't want to make an extra out of it. He wanted to keep that in the show this week. If only he had known what was going to happen tonight, he might have actually done an extra on Unicron. But you did manage to worm your way onto an RFC daily-ish update.
Yes. Well, I was invited, but I was
well,
very grateful.
You say potato.
Well, Diecast is sort of like a vampire.
Brian
he was-
relented is what
Yeah.
happened.
He was invited.
I was very grateful for Brian inviting me on.
You were grateful for Brian taking pity on you and letting you onto some form of public discourse to let your feelings be known.
Oh, I've been letting my feelings be known on Twitter. If you're following me on Twitter at Diecast2, you will see that Unicron is prevalent in my Twitter posts.
Okay, so we kind of led in with this a little bit ago. How many of them, Diecast, have you pledged to back?
I
He's holding up two fingers for our podcast listeners.
I wanted
So
to.
that's
I want to
$1,200 worth of Unicron, roughly.
Yeah.
I want to do 3, but I don't know if I can swing that.
You're allowed up to 5.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
no.
if you want to
They're
hashtag
gonna need it.
Unicron made Diecast, you better step up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
You can middleman
His
them for
wife,
you can middleman them for
on
someone.
the other hand,
Okay, Don, go ahead.
I'd say they will up to 5. His wife, probably not.
Point.
But there's one thing I want to say. Someone out there was I don't know who it was, and so I can't give credit. I have no idea who started it. But someone called this Unicron the divorce class, a figure, which made me think of Diecast there. But I came up with my own name for this. This is the Sovereign class. This is what I'm calling it in my own headcanon. I'm calling Unicron the Sovereign class because there's really
This isn't the Enterprise E, Don.
no. This is nicer, but
Yeah, a little bit.
but I'm
I
just
can't
thinking.
argue.
I'm just thinking. I can't think of another class name that would incorporate the majesty, the size of.
I
And I'm
was going to
thinking
call it the mortgage class.
class.
That's
I can't wait to see what the Primus looks like in 20 years. So that'll be interesting.
No. Well, okay, so
technically-
yeah, why don't we jump from that onto our main SDCC news? And well, we're sort of getting a toy of Primus. If you're familiar with the late run of the Lost Light comics, so on Tuesday night we got some early preview images. Let's say unauthorized preview images because they probably were. From my favorite display name I've seen on Twitter in a while, Striker Wang. Who is, as I understand, the person behind the Beast Box transforming cube animal toys.
I would love to see that.
So he
Jaeger.
was at SDCC and got some pictures of the Hasbro booth while they were setting it up. So we got our first looks at a few things and also some actual looks at test shots. I was going to say prototypes, but we had that discussion earlier. For some of the reveals we got through the Transformers Facebook group and such. So I think the thing that resonated with a lot of people was that we got to see a Siege Rung, which is the Primus reference. Spoilers. Rung is going to be a battle master, and they actually copied the James Rise interpretation of Rung's alt mode as seen in More Than Meets the Eye issue 22. I looked this up for the T-Formers post when I did this earlier. And while that's not necessarily entirely accurate to what Rung's alt mode is supposed to look like, it's probably the more toyetic choice. So I'm not too bothered about that. Plus, as a comics artist, I'm sure James Rise enjoys now, if he's found out about this, that one of the things he designed has a toy form coming. I think like Alex Milne gets a special charge out of the occasional thing taken from one of his works, like Generation Skids or even the Flame Toys Megatron model kit coming sometime in the near future. When does that come out? Kind of want one.
Should be any time now.
Soon,
I think the
Yeah, probably so. So other things we saw for the first time, we're getting more cassettes for Siege Soundwave. We're getting Rat Bat and Rumble, who is
How
the
do you
red
know
one.
that's not Frenzy?
Because it's
Because
the
it's
red one
Rumble.
diecast.
He looks like a midget. He looks like a little person.
He's
are
a little
odd
bit
proportions.
stout. He's a little stout.
The original toy was though, so
I mean,
and
He
they're
looks
having to
better
make a
than
first,
Ravage.
and they're having to make a similar. They're having to deal with two similar shapes, so I'm not really surprised there.
You're
yeah,
right. It is better than Ravage, Matt.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
most
Doesn't
things
take
are
much.
better than whatever corresponding Ravage they're in the line with.
The Rat Bat
Mhm.
looks great, though. I mean,
Yeah, Rat Bat looks really good. I mean, it's hilarious that got revealed right after I was gifted the knockoff Masterpiece cassette one. I mean, I'll get this, and I'm still gonna love this one too. I have room in my heart for multiple Rat Bats.
well, there's some other
could-
Rat Bats coming out, or no, there's some other cassettes coming out, Masterpiece cassettes, but we'll get to that later.
We don't even have that in the show notes because that happened while we were doing our pre-order rush and pre-show.
Oh well, skip it.
So remember that a little bit later. I want to try to blow through this as quick as we can. We're getting more Micromasters. You're moving into the Micromaster Combiners. So we're getting 2 members of the Battle Squad. I forget their damn names because I'm terrible with Micromasters. But they're Battle Squad, so they're military vehicles, and they combine together to form a bigger military vehicle. So yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. Yeah, I'm at a loss here. So besides those things, we saw test shots for Astro Train, which gives our first look at the large accessory piece that's going to come with, which has multiple functions, which I think are pretty interesting. The main thing it seems to do is become a launch platform for the shuttle mode. So that's an interesting application of the extra parts. And it's also like a weapons locker that can be towed behind the shuttle or the train mode.
So basically, it's the coal car, if you want to think of it that way.
Yeah,
Sort of
pretty
like,
much.
like what they did for that transportation captain that came out a couple of years ago that had the Sky Spy satellite and the
Yeah.
battle platform.
But this one's full of guns.
Hmm.
So, little from column A, little from column B. So I'm a lot happier with Astro Train's colors than I was with the promo renders we first saw. It's darker and more in line with what I think of when I think of cartoon Astro Train. So that's good. Not so good is the face. Have you seen the face close-ups on this?
No.
Oh dear.
Which is
Oh.
strange because they've been doing so
Yeah.
good with the face sculpts in Siege so far.
Some of them.
I'm
Starscream.
hoping. Well, Starscream could be better,
Nothing
but
about
Starscream
the
doesn't.
Starscream looks good.
No.
Starscream's not like a horror.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the way Astro Train's face looks is partly a result of being a hand-painted test shot, and when it's mostly in plastic colors and has factory painting for the face, if that's what's needed, or if the helmet gets painted. Either way, I'm hoping the details are a little bit crisper and not so misshapen looking. Let's just say I have some hopes. But overall, I'm liking how Astro Train looks now more than I was when it was first revealed, and even then I was pretty well into it except for the color. Okay, what else did we get? We got to see Spinister. Spinister looks great.
Yes.
Yep.
I am buying that stupid Skywarp battle pack just to get Spinister's one target master as a battle master in that set. And basically from that decided to do the full secret team because I have problems.
Well, it's like Aaron Archer said all those years ago. They know people like to complete sets.
Yeah.
If it's Seekers or Insecticons or
Yeah, well,
if
we've got more Seeker sets to talk about in a little bit. So hold your horses there, Don.
really?
Spinister.
More recolors of the same mold. I'm shocked.
Spoilers, Don. Spoilers.
For the last 30 years, it's a spoiler.
Yeah, pretty much. No, Spinister looks really good. Ape Face looks great too.
Yes.
Yes.
I have
He
I have
does?
already pre-ordered Ape Face.
I wish
all of them.
I wish they had done Snapdragon first, just because Ape Face has always had a problem with he doesn't have anywhere for his mask to go like Snapdragon. So you have this jet, this really huge wide jet that has legs and arms just sort of stuck on it. Whereas
I
with
think
Snapdragon,
what they've done with this is pretty good, though.
yeah, well,
Well,
it's better than
the jet mode still doesn't look good. It's pretty much a plank with wings and a cockpit.
It's a step above Optimus Primal in Power of the Prime, but
Nobody's buying Ape Face for a jet mode.
yeah, the 8 mode looks just
Great.
really, really good.
Although they didn't have
Yeah.
that on display, sadly.
For some reason, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It reminds me of Power of the Prime when they were hiding that everybody was a combiner. It's like they're trying to hide this as a triple changer. They're not, because they actually talked about it during the panel, but it's just kind of what it reminds me of. They're really determined, sticking their fingers in their ears and humming over how obvious Starscream was a combiner torso.
Yeah, but now
Memories.
is Ape Face a Titan Master or
Yes.
he is? Okay, because I
Yeah.
didn't know whether that was actually figured out yet or not.
Yeah, it's got Spasma with it, who becomes the head for the robot and part
Yes.
of the ape head.
Yes, like 2 years later, we're finally getting another one of the original headmasters.
And I have to imagine Snapdragon will be coming along eventually. 'Cause,
Again,
people like
he's a-
complete sets.
Yeah, he's a set, and someone mentioned in the chat. Retro
Hi,
Fort
chat.
said they could recolor Astro Train as Galaxy Shuttle, which I don't think would be too far of a
I've heard
stretch.
people talking about that on Twitter over the last couple of days too. I mean, they certainly are both shuttles.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, could they do Ape Face as change out the head and make it Optimal Optimus at some point down the road?
No.
Because you have
No, Don. No. No, so what I would sooner see is remember when they did Legends Weird Wolf and it came with the little yellow ape face vehicle? I would sooner see them do a Generation Selects of that on the Voyager ape face mold than I would see them turn it into Optimus Primal.
Well,
that's how unlikely I think Optimus Primal off of ape face is.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to think of what else they could use that mold for. That's
Well,
very-
I mean, the design team knows that people want Beast Wars stuff now for some reason after Optimus Primal won that fan vote.
They could do Optimus Minor with it. The silence is deafening. Just the way I like it. Also seen in the display was Crosshairs, which certainly is a blue Ironhide with a new head.
But the robot mode looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
And you can always pick up. I'm sure you can find a Wave 1 fire drive, and paint it like pin.
Well, so
Pinpointer.
alongside
Pinpointer
Rung, we
things.
saw a completely silver redeco of Fire Drive. So that mold's coming back into rotation.
Yeah.
I
we-
may possibly have ordered a Titan Master Windblade that came with his Target Master just to have it. Just maybe.
Just
And-
wait.
and-
This
And-
is not
and
a
it's po-
financial podcast.
Yeah, and it's possible maybe Master Shooter still has some workable Target Masters out there as well that you could get for your crosshairs as well.
He's already bought that Legends Windblade. I mean, the money's already sunk. Okay, so we had the formal SDCC preview night last night, which basically we just got to see more of the same things. They actually took away one thing from the display case. They had the Micromaster 10-pack out on Tuesday night and took it away for Wednesday. It has come back up since. We'll talk about that in a little while. But they had the Unicron prototype out on Wednesday. And they put some Studio Series stuff out too, but none of it's anything new. That's going to kind of be a trend here through the SDCC news. All the studio stuff that was out was stuff that's basically due out in the next wave literally any day now. We got to see G1 reissue Soundwave and the cassette 2-packs in the display case. And they also had some Series 3 bots out and a basically token showing of Cyberverse and Rescue Bots Academy. And there's one thing in that Rescue Bots Academy lineup that I really latched onto, which was the Grimlock motorcycle. I maybe kind of have to own one of those at some point.
Well,
this is talking to somebody who has not ever bought any Rescue Bots stuff. Like that's just so fantastically silly looking.
Well, one thing about the bots is my local Walmart has put the current stuff on clearance.
Yeah, for like
Um,
$250.
Well, all they had at the time that I saw was the multi packs. I didn't see any singles at the
Oh,
time.
okay.
So it just seems to me that I'm wondering if they're going still carrying them, but they're clearancing out older stuff
Yeah, I think so.
for all the next waves.
I think so. Because they have been clearancing out the G1 reissues when they're ready to bring in a new assortment of those. I don't think it's going to be any different with the bots. They just want to get rid of the back stock.
Hmm.
And around here, they're
Yes.
still sitting on
Yes, they
Wave
have.
1 singles. So, how much was that on clearance for you, Matt?
Optimus Prime 35,
Okay.
which
I-
is slightly more reasonable.
Well, 35, like when we were talking about that originally, that's basically what we agreed on being what it
Yeah.
should have cost.
Yeah, that's why I finally bought one.
But the reason I asked was I saw one account of it being clearanced all the way down to $13.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'd even buy one for $13. I'd buy
I
that for
would-
$13.
Yeah, I've been looking for that and have not seen below 35.
Yeah, 35 seems to be the more typical. Unfortunate. Well, I say unfortunately, it's not an unfair price for that, as we have decreed. So moving on, we had this morning. We're into what day 3 now of overall coverage. We had the Hasbro Breakfast Preview event, in which we saw for the first time the long rumored refractor recolor set, which has the 3 refractors in toy accurate decos, and they come with extra parts to actually fill out the camera mode and make it look like a complete camera.
Yeah.
That
And
is so nice.
I may have already pre-ordered this too.
yeah.
Same. It is the only thing I pre-ordered today. I bought Lancer and I pre-ordered that.
So just
Well-
for the record, I bought 3 of the cartoon colored refractors, and I'm now in on this. What was it, $70 3-pack
80,
with
wasn't
the
it?
extra parts? Oh, and it comes with a Crimzeek. That's important to mention.
Yes,
Yes.
that's the blast effect is Crimson.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
he
So you can plug that
functions-
in any of those little 3mm or 4mm plugs on your Siege toys.
You know, it's because
that
I
is a
had
great way to
absolutely
handle it.
Yeah.
yeah. Because see,
I
I
love
had
that.
absolutely no plan on buying any refractors. I didn't care about the camera mode. I've got Make Toys visualizers. That's a really good reflector set. But when I saw they actually added pieces to make it look like a camera, and not just Zoologer with blocks stuck on blocks, that made a lot of difference.
Yeah, I'm into this. Also, the
Very much
packaging
so.
is really cool too. They designed the packaging to look like a DSLR kit that you would actually, buy from a store.
Yeah.
And as a camera nerd, that speaks to me. I can understand how nobody else would get excited about it.
Oh well, no. Having
I think it's great.
having run a photo lab there for a while, and selling DSLRs back when they were just coming out, like the Mavica had just come out.
That's
And it
not a
was the
DSLR,
thing.
but
I
continue.
know, but I'm just saying that era, that era when
Yeah.
it was going from the But that I can see that. It's just it's not because I'm a G1 purist and it's closer to G1. It's actually got color. It's actually got some personality to the toy, and not just 3 slabs of the same thing stuck together. I mean, it has some life to it, and not just
Yeah, I mean, for people who are cartoon oriented, the regular retail reflectors make sense. Like, it'd be better if the camera mode was a little bit more filled out. But I mean, you could totally put these extra parts on the retail reflectors too if you want the solid purple camera with the extra parts on there.
I would like to have both actually. So
And I'm going to have both. No,
I
I'm just
would
saying,
have both, but you can't find reflector anywhere. He's sold out everywhere.
Oh, you weren't able to get any yet?
No.
Matt. My local Walmart has like two on the shelf if you need them.
Yeah, I mean, Don could go buy those for you, and you could probably have them sometime by Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day
He'll send them with Voltron.
2021. Yeah.
So let's see. We also got to see Sound Blaster and Blue Streak, the 35th anniversary Siege subline figures. Blue Streak looked really nice, and Sound Blaster looked like Sound Blaster.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing I didn't order was Sound Blaster.
Same.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having it at some point, but I wish they'd skip the battle damage this time.
Yeah, and like the thing is, I have Soundwave. Soundwave's an okay toy. Like, there's nothing super specifically wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled by it, and not thrilled by it enough to own it a second time.
Well, I think Matt said it best when we were going through the pre-order frenzy from pre-show, that if you're going to get a black recolor, the Galactic Man Shockwave seems to me it would be the less likely to not be around for a while, or at the very least the more unique of the two.
Yeah.
It's Shockwave. It's Shockwave, for heaven's sakes.
The 35th anniversary subline stuff, which is Blue Streak, Sound Blaster, and the cartoon deco style Optimus and Megatron, are all Walmart exclusives, which generally means those are going to be hanging around for a while, one way or the other. Until they go on clearance eventually, if they last that long.
But a lot of us went ahead and pre-ordered them because we don't want to.
I pre-ordered Blue Streak. I'll live with that. I can live with that. Okay, did we see anything else at the breakfast event?
Don't think so.
No, because they just had those 3 Transformers things. They didn't have any Studio Series, no Cyberverse, just those 3 Transformers at their entire breakfast event.
Weird.
From what I was
I
seeing,
did notice in the slides that the War for Cybertron Deluxe Ratchet is supposed to be 5:30 today, and that's not up. And
or at least it wasn't the last time we checked.
I just checked.
Oh,
and
okay.
The other thing that's not up is the War for Cybertron Siege Fan Vote Battle 3-pack.
Yes,
it
is.
Amazon.
It's on, yeah, it is, and we're not quite to that point yet.
Okay.
You've skipped ahead a line.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. We were about to jump to that anyway. From what I was seeing on social media, though, at the breakfast event, it seemed like the Marvel stuff was getting most of the space and attention.
Can't imagine why.
It makes sense. They're striking while the iron's hot.
No, I think Iron Man's kind of cold at this point, Don.
Spoilers.
I didn't say anything. He's made of metal. Of course he's cold.
Well, he's also partly real.
Okay, so we had this afternoon the Transformers brand panel. So I've got some bullet point highlights here. The winner of the fan vote that was done on Facebook a little earlier this year ended up being Run Amok, which surprised literally everybody, probably including Run Amok. I also saw some people, actually a surprising number of people, saying that the result that was declared was kind of BS a little bit.
I can believe that.
I wouldn't have thought Run Amok would have been the winner. And I was
when
talking
it
about this.
came down to Needle Nose and Run Amok, and Needle Nose would have just been another one of those Seeker molds, I find it completely believable that Run Amok won that.
Well, okay, so here's the other thing. First of all, Spinister lost the last fan vote, and you see he's getting a toy in Wave 5. A really nice one, too. So just because Needle Nose didn't win doesn't rule out that Needle Nose will get a toy in 2020.
Yeah.
The other thing, and I was talking about this some when the polling was actually going on, doing a Battle Charger body type opens up the door to like 5 other toys they can run off the same core engineering.
Yes.
The other Battle Charger, obviously, you can get Trax, Wheeljack, Sunstreaker, Road Rage, probably something else that's escaping me right now, but including Run Amok, you get 5 toys off of one like core engineering model.
You could even get the Omnibot Downshift. Maybe. You couldn't get Camshaft or Overdrive. Their transformations are way too different.
If they're going full Seeker on this, you could get a Slicer.
Yeah.
Also, the generic
Cloud
enemies from Transformers Devastation.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a great selects thing.
It would.
That would be with the cell shading deco and everything too. That'd be really cool, actually.
Yes. Yeah, it would.
Oh, it'd be cool if they could do the selects with a run. If they do a runabout, and in the packaging is basically you can turn it inside out, and there's a Statue of Liberty with a graffiti on it, and
Actually,
you could use that as like a diorama base or something.
come to think of it, couldn't they do like half the throttle bots off of this basic model too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could.
But I mean, if I get throttle bots, I would like to have a little more variety than what we got in G1. They're all, I mean, as far as
Yeah, but I mean, Don, think about what they're doing with the toy design these days. Like, just because they're all sharing a basic engineering skeleton, they could still have, 70, 80, 90% different parts between them.
Yeah,
What's
but
important in the equation is that they all move and the parts line up the same way, because that's what is saving development costs.
right. But would they do that for throttle? Would they look at throttle bots and go that extra distance for throttle bots when they can go the cheaper route?
If they're prepared to scrape that far down into the barrel, Don, they just might.
That's true.
I think Wheeljack and Sunstreaker, and then probably Trax will be where they prioritize reuse of a battle charger, if indeed they're going to reuse a battle charger for stuff outside of Runabout and Runamuck, or as I like to call them collectively, Muckabout.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get a Trailbreaker. So, we got Crossers before we got Trailbreaker from Ironhide.
Can they use Runabout now? Did they get that trademark back, or does he still have to be overrun?
Oh, who knows? I mean, they would certainly try. But, if they can't call him Runabout, they could call him Orinoco or Rio Grande or Ganges.
Yangtze Can.
Yeah, thank you. Rubicon. Actually, they should just call him Muckabout. That'd be just fine.
Yeah.
That's not a bad name.
No.
That would make me feel special, damn it. So let's see. The next bullet point I have is pre-orders for everything they talked about starting at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Yep. That sure did start. Which is why it's 10 o'clock Eastern time right now. So let's see. The Autobot Alpha Strike Counter Force, which is the set with G2 Sideswipe. The Phantom Strike Squadron, which is the set with Skywarp. Those are both Amazon exclusives. And those are up for pre-order now. tfradio.net/Amazon. We don't have short links yet, but if you go and search for them after you go to tfradio.net/Amazon, it'll still work, probably. We also had revealed at the panel the Siege Fan Vote Battle 3-pack, which basically fulfilled the results from last year's fan vote of getting a 2-pack of Mirage and Impactor, except that it came with a cog decoed as a power dasher that nobody knew was happening until about 5 minutes ago.
And it's the wrong.
Yeah, so this kind of ended up being a little bit of a monkey's paw. So the Impactor that comes in this set is largely IDW themed. It has like the hazard stripes from Impactor's background as a miner. It's got the IDW style head. The problem is it's got a Decepticon symbol on it, like the art in the fan vote. Meanwhile, the Mirage that comes in this set is composed entirely of clear plastic, except for the parts that are nylon, which there is no clear nylon. The material just doesn't work that way. But it's an entirely clear blue Mirage. And the thing is, looking at the package photo for this, the stock photo, it sure looks like a set that was designed to be 2 figures, and then they just kind of stuffed a cog in there in pieces. Which I find hilarious personally, but it really does seem like a last-minute retooling thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to show off the maybe what they were thinking was, well, we put it there in pieces, it's the whole weaponizer gimmick, and then they'll say, hey, this forms a robot, but they're trying to promote it as like the weaponizer bit, maybe.
Whatever.
Sure.
Or they just didn't want to design a new box with 3 windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's probably like, once they have the dies set up to cut out the cardboard pattern for the box, it's probably cheaper for them to go and vacuum form a new tray to go inside it than it is to redesign those dies for a new box pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just make a new tray that accommodates those cog parts, and they call it a day.
I think
so
the
that's
worst
also an
part
Amazon exclusive.
I think the worst part of it though is the fact that because this exists, this means there's no particular reason that the regular retail Mirage had to have any clear plastic in it.
Uh-huh. So I'm thinking Mirage probably would have had clear plastic either way. What we're kind of looking at here is there's no reason why the parts that aren't the cockpit bubble, the canopy on there, were painted opaque. So it would at least look better, even if it wouldn't be like materially any better. That's just my take on it, though. Let's see. They announced the Refractor box set coming out via fan channels, which is a term we've never heard before and had no idea what that meant until we started finding that popping up on Hasbro Pulse and Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. Probably other similar places too, but apparently that's what they're calling those outlets now collectively, maybe. Ratchet was supposed to go up for pre-order via Walgreens today at 5:30 also. So far, that has not happened.
Yeah, he's MIA.
Yeah. The promo slide they had at the panel for that featured a repair bay mode. Note the air quotes around that, audio listeners. And new accessories. The repair bay mode is basically just the vehicle mode with the feet unfolded.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's a mode in quotes.
If the arms went somewhere, that would work a little bit better. But
yeah, I mean it's not much of an anything.
Yeah.
I want to say like, well, they tried, but did they really?
There was an attempt. That's about all we can say.
It does come with new accessories though. So it's got one large piece that is based on the like main gun from the G1 Ratchet and Ironhide battle station battle platform thing. And then there's what looks like a smaller gun and also a wrench. I like when they come with things like that. Like even 2010 Wheeljack, where it repurposed the Trax's C-clip missiles and made the C-clips wrench heads.
Yes.
Like, that looked really dumb, but I appreciated the intent.
Yeah.
More than I appreciate the intent of this repair bay mode. So Ratchet will probably go up on the Walgreens website at some point, and even if not, I'm sure it will still be carried in the stores as usual. Meanwhile, at the panel, there was no mention of Studio Series, and while they did show some stuff for Cyberverse, there wasn't anything new to talk about since what they debuted at Toy Fair. So it was pretty much the Siege show for the majority of the toy relevant parts. They did talk a little bit about the new IDW series, Transformers Galaxies, but pretty much just acknowledging that it exists. So while there was no mention of Studio Series during the panel or any new Studio Series stuff during SDCC as a whole so far, we did get some Studio Series leaks this morning. So apparently in January, Japan is going to get Studio Series Deluxe Soundwave with a laser beak. So that's probably going to be the Dark of the Moon Mercedes Soundwave.
Again.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got that during Dark of the Moon, but we haven't got that updated since. So
no, we didn't get Deluxe Soundwave.
One existed though; it just didn't come out here.
Yeah. They got it. They got it in Japan.
It came out for Asia.
Yeah.
There's going to be a 3-pack at the deluxe price point of Chromia, RC, and Alita 1. So little teeny tiny motorcycle robots in the 3-pack.
I'm not holding out much hope on that.
I mean, it's from the best movie around, but we don't.
Oh, cut his mic.
Well, and probably also from Diecast's favorite movie, we're getting New Bumblebee. New Bumblebee being what Takara called the Revenge of the Fallen body for Bumblebee in the original toy line. Plus, it's also the only Bumblebee form that hasn't been addressed in Studio Series so far. So it kind of makes sense they would get around to that. It's not a bad design. It's just kind of, hindered by the movie it's related to. But it's okay. It was in the 2007 movie for most of it too. So.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's fine.
Hopefully that means we're out of movie bumblebees. They can keep trudging out.
I think we're out of designs. Yeah.
They'll have to update the Bumblebee though. Be like, we're gonna do another one, make it a little bit different.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind them doing another pass on the Volkswagen Bumblebee, since the toys we have for that are based on like earlier designs.
Yeah.
They're not especially movie accurate, so I wouldn't mind seeing that done again a little bit more in line with the movie. But before they do that, let's get better Shatter and some other things redone.
Yeah.
Bumblebee's kind of low priority there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So let's see. We referenced these before. We have official images though of the 35th anniversary animation Optimus Prime and Megatron, Blue Streak and Sound Blaster, and those G1 reissues, which are all up for pre-order now at Walmart's website. I don't know what the G1 reissues are. I don't think we looked for those.
I didn't think to.
But the Siege toys definitely are.
I love cell shaded. I love it. I really think these are cool. And this is the first time Hasbro's ever done cell shaded figures that I can remember. So, I mean, I'm really excited about these.
Well, I hope for people who like couldn't get around the battle damage that this is an acceptable alternative, because like the Megatron mold is really nice. I know people like that Siege Optimus a lot. I haven't handled one myself.
Yeah, he's good.
But you know, if this is a way for people to get access to those molds in a way that doesn't like visually offend them so much, I mean that's only a positive thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm excited about these. I might, I'm
gonna try and get cell shaded eyebrow truck.
Yeah, I think they'd look strange on my Siege shelf. So I would have to put them kind of separate. I'll probably just put them with my cell shaded stuff.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It alarms me that you actually have enough cell shaded stuff for that they have their own section.
Well, I got a Megatron and an Optimus so far, and then I got a Grimlock coming, and then I also have a Toy World Devastator cell shaded that should come whenever Toy World decides to put that out.
And you know, two Unicrons coming.
Yes.
Oh
Wait,
my
what if they
gosh,
do a
cell shaded Unicron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next step.
I mean, well, okay.
Oh boy. Okay, so also happened this week, out of nowhere, we saw the first in-package images of the Siege Rainmakers 3-pack. And if you didn't know that was a thing, neither did we until 2 days ago.
And
Whenever that happened.
For those of you who missed Generation 2 and need a little more color in your life and want to do something short of cramming a bag of Skittles in your eyes,
By Lancer.
This is the tool. These are the toys for you.
Hasbro has finally found a way to get me to buy that Seeker mold.
Yeah.
Because what you were missing from your collection was Rainmakers, weren't you?
Yeah, that's all I wanted. Just a 3-pack of Rainmakers. I've said it. And here it is.
Monkey's Paw.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
And
I'm kind of wondering what the Monkey Paw effect on this Unicron is going to be for diecast.
I mean, that is just some.
The only thing I can assume, and
The
we're going
price
off on a little
tag?
tangent here. No. What I'm going to assume is that it's going to get funded, and then the very next day, diecast is going to die. He will live just long enough to know that Unicron is going to exist, but he will not live long enough to actually enjoy it himself.
I was going to say,
Chris?
if there's 7,999, you guarantee I'm going to be ordering another Unicron.
Well,
Okay, but what if it ends up getting to like 7,996, and you order your extra 3 to try to push it over, but nobody else does, and it just ends at 79.99?
hey,
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to show my face.
yeah. Well, Chris, could you say not dying when you get the character you've been wanting?
I'm only talking about
Because-
diecast, not you. If it was going to happen
But-
to you, you would be dead by now.
But no, I'm
It was
also
next day.
I'm also 15 years older than him. So again,
No, Don, you don't have to worry about that until like the masterpiece one happens.
well, this
And-
will be
probably
$500.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to worry about the masterpiece one that much because you won't be able to afford it anyway.
I had seen it pointed out on Twitter just recently that Don got his Headmaster RC, Diecast is getting his Unicron, I'm getting my Seacons, and now my Rainmakers. Brian got his Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We
Brian didn't get his Big
have the
Red, was it?
power.
Or Big Red?
No, I think he's
Essence?
going to ask for Big Red now because we're on a pretty good roll here.
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is, guys, I'm not taking credit for this, but it is in a negative connotation. They've gone through that with me. They don't want to go through it again with anybody else. So
Maybe not.
it's like, oh no, we ain't doing this stuff again. Oh hell no.
Okay, so the Rainmakers 3-pack apparently is exclusive to Target. It's on store shelves in Target right now for $79.99, which for 3 Voyagers is actually pretty good. They knocked $10 off the...
That's my monkey's paw on this. I'm getting the Rainmakers I want, and I don't have a Target anywhere near me.
Well, man,
Oh,
if I see them, I will
Yes,
pick them
Don.
up for you.
Yes,
I
Don.
will be glad to. Don't worry, I will help you out with that.
Yes, but
But-
how fast will you ship them?
Okay, all right, okay.
I'll
I'm
see
sorry.
him in October. I'll see him in
Yeah,
October.
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
Okay, you don't have
yeah,
to wait
I
that
will.
long then.
But the good thing is, I've also got Target gift cards, so hopefully we can save some money that way. Because my Target has nothing else I want.
Right. What about Micromaster 10-pack, Don?
I need to see.
So this,
What are the molds?
you need-
Is it all the same molds?
It's the 10 Micromaster molds we already have in new decos. Here, Don, I'm gonna put a link in the Skype chat for you. This'll screw you up real good.
Yeah.
There's the link to the T-Formers article. If you go here to image, let me get rid of this here. Okay, so all you have to do is go to image 36 of 36 in the little image gallery down there, and you can see exactly what's in the set. We're going to talk about that right now. So
Okay.
we had a picture of the Rainmaker set come up from eBay, but then the next day, I believe, someone actually found shelf tags for that and the Micromaster 10-pack in their local Target, which is how we found out the retailer and the price point. The Micromaster 10-pack is going to be $40. There's $50 worth of of Micromasters in there, so that's pretty good too.
Okay, so these will be on Target shelves. The question is, will Target sell them to you?
Ooh.
So far,
yeah.
far it's worked with the Rainmakers.
And
Okay.
will they ever bring it out of the back?
We have DPCI numbers too.
Yeah. I mean, the
We're
one thing.
covered, Don. We're covered.
Well, the one thing about this set that just disappoints me is that it's like, I told you, I sold my Road Handler and Swindler set because they were not good figures. There is no charm with these Micromasters to me. And I wanted the Battle Patrol. I wanted the Autobot Battle Patrol to be completed with Sunrunner and the other one I can't remember right now because I love the Autobot Battle Pack. But if these are all just repaints of what we got, we're not getting a real mold for Tote. We're not getting Sunrunner, and it's just like, if not now, when?
So from the Hasbro Pulse party that's going on adjacent to Comic-Con tonight, we have an image of the back of this Micromaster 10-pack, so we actually know what characters these Micromasters have been redecoed into. So I'm not gonna rattle off what all the different molds are. Some of them are reused more than once, actually. So we got 2 of the Micromaster Combiner Sword in here. But we have such things as Road Police from 6 Turbo, I think. Is it 6
So it's not
Turbo?
Holly.
What, Don?
It's not Holly.
Well, they're calling it Road Police. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
I would prefer to actually get 6 Turbo.
Well, yeah. Maybe in 2021, but probably not. So we got Road Police, Wheelblaze, Night Flight, and Sly Hopper are one sword set. Ground Shaker and Over Air are another one.
God, that's so Go Guy Christmas.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it's Christmas in that it's red and green, yeah.
Oh.
It
But
could
I
also
have
just be the red green show.
Yeah, but I love Crater Maker. I have to love that lane.
Yeah, Crater Maker and
name.
Fireline. And then Recon and Iron Tread. Iron Tread is Ironworks,
Yeah.
apparently.
And Recon is basically your tote.
Yeah, I mean, they've had to rename some of these from the characters they were originally supposed to be just for trademark reasons, because that happens. Unfortunately, I'm not Micromaster conversant enough to know which ones those are.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I still may pick it up though, because I mean, there is some good decos in there. But other than the sword, the combined modes are just.
Well, the combined modes were always kind of, regrettable. Other than the sword.
Is that one called Sly Hopper? SLY. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that name. I like that.
Yeah, it's very Hasbro renaming. Just change out one letter. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have here? And I was just given links in the chat.
Nope, never mind them.
Okay.
Didn't copy the right thing, stupid.
But yeah, the Micromaster 10 pack will be $40 at Target whenever they decide to stock it. But since there's shelf tags out, it's very likely that that's going to be sooner rather than later. Actually, we were kind of going through thinking they weren't even going to address the Rainbakers at SDCC, even though they're out on store shelves right now. They just were waiting until the Pulse Party, apparently. Has anybody been watching Twitter to see if anything else interesting has come out of there?
I haven't seen anything
I've been
new.
checking for more. I've been checking for more pre-orders. I finally got my Lightning collection, by the way.
Oh, good.
They did show off the cassettes we got surprised by, and they also showed off, of course, Unicron. But that's so far. That's that and the Micromaster set's the only things I think they've shown.
Oh, I see.
So at the Pulse Party, they had a gray Unicron prototype. So it's actually 3 of a kind now. This is just the one they didn't paint in actual colors.
Oh
They just painted it primer.
Oh god, it's actually refractor, and there's 3 Unicrons that combine into one gigantic Unicron.
If it combines into a full-size movie camera too, I'll go with that.
Like a working movie camera.
Not necessarily working, but just a full-size stand-up film camera.
Okay, but for the $1,800 that would cost, they could at least put a DSLR sensor in there.
Yeah.
$1,800 is a little bit low for a full frame, but they can put an APS-C sensor in that and a decent lens on it. They can afford that. It'd be fine. I know about cameras. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
And then what feels like the least of all at this point, we had revealed on Friday, Generation Select's Leader Class Galactic Man Shockwave, which is to use the more familiar name, Shockwave, the Astro Magnum Radio Shack licensed Shockwave.
And I love it.
Yes,
it actually has the word Galactic Man printed on its chest.
Yes.
Yes.
It's amazing and ridiculous, and I can't believe it exists.
I should
I mean, I know a lot of us have taken. I mean, we're not upset with this design crew. I mean, yeah, I think all of us have said at one time, we need to get out. We've all said this. We need to get out of the 84, 85, 86. We're kind of stuck there to some degree. But this is the team that's going to give us these kind of deep cut homages that they get. I would love to see them somehow pull off if they could pull off a actual ray gun. That's the old GoBot gun. Something something that.
Oh,
crazy.
that would be fun.
That something that would be like that. But I love the fact is we're getting these deep cuts. Like the cassettes we're going to talk about probably here in a few minutes if we haven't already.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me.
And so I mean, we are getting a lot of G1 again, but we are getting some really deep cut stuff that I don't think another design team would have caught on to at least this early in the line.
Okay, so Don just alluded to this, and I actually was about to completely forget this happened. During the pre-order rush earlier tonight, A surprise came up on Hasbro Pulse, which was a Transformers Vintage G1 mini cassettes 3-pack. So it comes with a Frenzy, the blue one, which is strange by itself since the Walmart reissue 2-packs are, one of them is Frenzy and Ravage. No, Laserbeak.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah. But that's so in this 3-pack, Frenzy is coming with Graphy and Noise, which some may recognize as 2 more of the Japanese G1 Dinosaur Combiner cassettes, which their original vintage forms are crazy rare and stupid expensive.
Yeah.
Last year we got the other 2 Combiner Dinosaur cassettes, Dial and Zor.
Zor.
Hasbro renamed them. I'm just going with the originals because that's what I remember better. So we got those in actually 2 decos, included with special movie Bumblebee toys for reasons.
Yeah. But
because the
now,
80s and cassettes, etc.
Yeah. But now Night Sword did tell me on Twitter earlier that the single pack cassettes I was talking about in the pre-show were Justra Diaclone releases. So I did remember that. And the Frenzy is packaged in this 3-pack cassettes by himself. So you may be getting duplicate Frenzies, but having a single one carded could be kind of a unique thing just to have by itself.
Well, it's not going to be a single one carded, is it? It's going to be part of a 3-pack with the dinosaurs.
Oh, you mean you haven't seen that part? They are
no,
actually the 3-pack is actually 2 separate carded items. It is a carded G1 style carded 2-pack of Noise and Graphy, and then a G1 style 1-pack of Frenzy.
Yeah.
Well, heck, guys, that's amazing, actually.
Yeah. So that way you get some. I'm wondering if they.
One of these?
Yeah. I'm just wondering if, again, this is not one of those deep cuts. If they somehow remembered, like I did, the single pack cassettes at one point, and thought they would do that single pack instead of doing a 3-pack multi set, because I would have to think doing 1 packaging holding 3 would be cheaper than 2 packages holding 2 and 1.
Yeah,
so
it would.
So it seems like to me doing this is another deep cut to those single pack cassettes.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, it was great just on the surface of it getting these reissued dinosaur cassettes, because these didn't even come out in Encore. Like, this is a first, just like with the other 2 dinosaur cassettes, getting these reissued through Hasbro.
Yeah.
Like, even if the colors were not completely accurate to the G1 versions, you still get the functional molds, although I think the diecast, did we determine that one of those first set of cassettes was misassembled?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of a shame, but it still basically worked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just as a quick old man story, for those of you who don't realize how rare these are, back many BotCons ago, it had to be somewhere in the 2006 to 2010 range for TFC Collectors Club. My good friend Tony Prito had all 4 of those Dino cassettes in the boxes. And this is back then, and he sold all 4, and I may be wrong, but I believe it was $2,500 for all 4 in the boxes. And
what year did you say that was?
It was sometime between 2000, maybe 2006, 2010, somewhere through there. I mean, it may have been a little earlier. I can't remember for sure. Again, it all blends together after so many years. But I'm just saying, he sold all 4, and it was $2,500 at the time for those 4 cassettes. That's how rare they are.
Yeah. No, I mean, those, I think quite possibly the only rarer thing are those single headmasters. I mean, I have no actual information to base that on, but like anecdotally, and for as much as you ever see anybody with any of this stuff, like that stuff is all got to be in a very similar tier.
Well, I did see he had all 6 of those, and he at one point, and I think he sold. Again, this is from memory, but I think he had all 6, and he had the 6 headmasters and the 3 power masters, and he saw, and I think he sold the whole set at the time for $5,000. 4,000, something through there. Again, this was double digit years ago, but yeah,
Yeah.
even back then they were impossible to find.
That just hurts. It's an
What?
amazing story, but it hurts.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, heck,
right in here.
Well, do you remember the KO set they did about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago? The third party did a KO set of all three of those, included Spike and Zarak.
Yeah, I don't even think it was that long ago. I think that was more like 4 years at most.
Yeah, I saw
Relatively
a set on
recently,
eBay
though.
Yeah, I saw a set on eBay in the sold column for $600, $700.
Well, I mean, comparatively, that's a bargain.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only one Unicron, not 7. Oh, what have we become? Well, whatever we
Poor.
become, whatever we have become, it's thanks to Amazon and people like you who buy things through tfradio.net/Amazon, because that's what keeps Brian Kilby from going completely broke, just mostly broke. We're not operating at break even yet, but at least it's not so much of a loss. And boy, oh boy, are there things you can order from Amazon. We don't have links to any of them because that'd be too easy. And if Brian were here tonight, he certainly would have made links for us. But you can go to tfradio.net/Amazon. And the best way to start is by searching for Transformers WFC. And that will get you at least the Wave 5 toys that went up for pre-order today, and it might even get you those battle packs, the Sky Warp and the G2 Sideswipe, maybe even that 3-pack, although I don't think that came up when I searched earlier. But I'm sure by the time this podcast gets posted, Brian will have listened back through this, cried a little inside for letting me host, and for orchestrating this happening on massive pre-order night and making a mess of everything. Damn it, Kilby. But he will make short links and probably put them in the show notes post, which you can find at tfradio.net/631. Rob, as if we haven't, run the gamut here already, what's on T-Formers this week that's not SDCC related?
Just a couple of things. I did do a review of Transformers issue number 9, which it's okay. Things actually happen in it. There's some fighting, and I hate to say that some actual fighting does liven things up in that book, but man, does it. And also I did I think I did this since the last show. I did finish my text and photo review of the Furai model Thundercracker.
You probably did since the last show, but I was having such a hard time finding where everything ended for last week. I probably just glanced right over that. Sorry.
No worries, but yeah, it's up there. I liked the kit. It's really, really good. It's
okay. So you've built more Gundams than I have, and more recently as well.
Yeah.
How did you find the assembly of Thundercracker versus like a more modern Gundam kit than a Gundam Wing?
I would say it's pretty similar. It is definitely more complex than your average high grade kit. I'd say it's a little bit simpler than the real grade models, which are like basically master grade complexity at high grade scale. But it's fairly similar. There's a few things that I found significantly more difficult than dealing with a high grade kit, because I don't know if Bumblebee had one, but there was a tiny polycap inside of Thundercracker's head. It had to be 1 millimeter across at most.
No, that was not a thing. I would remember that.
Yeah.
The polycap I had the most problem with was the one that attached Bumblebee's roof panel to the torso.
Okay. But yeah, that one and they wanted it specifically like the concave side had to be facing a specific way, so that was a lot of very careful fumbling with tweezers to get that oriented properly. And then the other thing is that when they say you should probably squeeze the crotch block together on that with pliers, you should believe them. That
just like in the Bumblebee kit, when they say you should glue these little tiny parts down that don't actually stay on by themselves, they're telling the truth.
Yeah, Thundercracker's kneecaps had a similar warning, but they have not been too much of a problem so far. But yeah, that block, that required a ridiculous amount of pressure to close. And yes, you definitely just want to use the pliers, like they said.
So one thing that impressed me with the build instructions, they knew, I guess from doing the test development of this, even if you cut out a few select parts, the instructions say trim off the excess that's still there. And you know what? The excess was always still there, even though I thought it was trimming that like as close and clean as possible to the edge. There was still always the excess they were talking about.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing, but it was like really impressive to me that they predicted that correctly in every instance, and it did not show up in any others. Like that's one thing. The instructions with these model kits are deceptively short. Like the sheets are not big, and you feel like these can't be comprehensive, but they totally are. They are really good, really efficient instructions.
Yes.
Yeah. About the only problem I had with Thundercracker's instructions is there are a few of the darker colored parts which I found it very hard to tell the proper orientation of those parts when I was putting them in. Like there's a specific part in the foot that the hooked part should be pointed downwards into the bottom of the foot, just in case anybody wants to know, because I just had to guess that because I could not really tell by looking at that one image. But that's the only thing. For as complex a kit as that is, to only have that one minor thing is really, really good.
Yeah.
I built 3 of them, and I've got 3 more on the way, and they're exactly right. Everything they said about the instructions is spot on. They tell you exactly what you need to know. And there are times where you kind of got to put stuff together a little bit beforehand and go, okay, this is what the picture's telling me. But other than that, they're great.
Yeah, I have not been brave enough to try and put the stickers on this thing, but sticker quality does not seem bad. It's definitely not like Titan's Return quality. So
No.
yeah, so
they might be a tad bit below like Toy Hacks, I think. But as far as Titan's, way better than anything Hasbro's done in the last God knows how many years.
All right, so that will be our show for this week. You can find this episode at tfradio.net/631 to view the show notes. If you would like to send us a text message or a voicemail to express your opinion about how late we ran, or how chaotic the pre-show was with the pre-orders and what have you, and want to address this to the parties responsible, well, that's not me. That's Brian Kilby, and you can reach him at 931-99-GOBOT for text or voicemail messages. That's 931-994-6268. Let's see if you ever ask me to host again. You can find us on Twitter at TF Radio, or on Facebook at facebook.com/TF Radio, on Instagram at TF Podcast. Brian Kilby thinks we have a Tumblr, but who the hell knows about that? And honestly, is Tumblr even a thing anymore? Rob Springer is not here. He is at Rob Springer on Twitter, or you can find him at zonebase.org. He posts a lot of a variety of interesting topics, not all to do with Transformers or even robots sometimes. I understand he's actually fairly into Power Rangers at this point, too. I bet he's pre-ordered a Magna Defender.
Would not be surprised.
Oh, that Lightning Collection Magna Defender looks great.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So you can find me at playwithphotography.com, where I post galleries, guides, and other assorted toy photography related articles and such. The most recent thing that went up is the gallery for Generation Select's Red Wing. That's now up for public access. It's been on Patreon early access for the last week. Red Wing itself actually went back up for order on Target, but it is unfortunately a red card exclusive. So unless you know somebody or are willing to sign up for at least a Target red card debit card, you're going to have a little bit of a difficulty there. But you should definitely check out the gallery and let that tempt you into making some unwise decisions, because I actually ended up really liking that toy. I was complaining about the QC on it when I first got it, but like handling that and then handling Starscream, they kind of average each other out, and everything just kind of feels better. And I love the color on that. It was actually a fun adventure color matching it, and I'm really pleased with how closely I got the colors to reflect in the digital photography. So please definitely go check that out. You can find random photos, sometimes gallery previews, on social media at instagram.com/playwithphotography or on Twitter at playwithphotos. If you like the work I do and want to help me do more of it, support the galleries, and get early access, you can sign up on my Patreon for as little as $2 per month at patreon.com/playwithphotos. The insert name tier is $5 a month, and that's what gets you the early access to most new galleries. Of course, some still post for everybody right away. We haven't turned that corner yet, but I'm just building that in to protect myself. If you want to follow me personally on Twitter, I'm at ChrisRTXV. Right now, you'll probably find me doing toy detective type stuff, but at some point, I'm sure there'll be Star Trek or Gundam or Sentai, Kamen Rider. I don't know. Just general whatever. I don't know why you'd want to follow me personally, but I'm there if you do. I still got stuff for sale too, so please buy something and help me pay for all these pre-orders I shouldn't have made tonight. Damn it, Hasbro.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don.
Yes, I can be reached at the local poorhouse. I know I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR. And that's pretty much it. That's where you can get me. I'm there.
Before I forget, Brian Kilby is at bkilby on Twitter or briankilby.com with the Happy Daily-ish. And also the RFC Daily-ish update is on tfradio.net. Or your podcast aggregator of choice, I'm sure. Diecast.
You can follow me on Twitter at Diecast to join the Unicron army in getting Unicron made. And you can also like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast and see all my reviews. I actually just put up a new review of Fans Toys Maverick on tfradio.net/reviews. And that is the newest Fans Toys figure out, which is their take on Masterpiece Silverbolt.
Cool. John DeLuna.
That John D everywhere.
Nice. Jason?
Well, I just recently ended my 2 podcasts, so can't find me there. But if you go to podvocacy.com, you can check out our entire back catalog. And I'm much happier I'm not on Twitter, so I'm not going to bother giving that out. I will say, though, since we don't often go too in-depth in comics, I was on Transmissions this week, and we talked about Transformers Ghostbusters #2. So that episode actually comes out, well, if you're listening to this in audio form, it's already out. But for live stream people, it's out in like an hour and a half. So I'm really enjoying that comic. So listen to me talk about it there. Yeah. Yeah, I figured you would be, Rob. I think it's given us a lot of what we weren't getting in the main book, or aren't getting in the main book. But yeah.
You mean like character voices?
Yeah. Like, I literally, everything about Starscream in this issue, I read as Chris Latta's voice. It was, like, perfect. So.
And you just do it reflexively, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially when it sounds like something he would actually say on the cartoon. It works perfectly. So, yeah, check that out. Other than RFC, I will occasionally appear on other podcasts. But, no, that's pretty much all I got right now.
Okay, Rob, why don't you tell us about your various enterprises?
Okay, well, I am on
A, the B, the C.
Yes. I am on Twitter at Figure Reviewers and Flailthroughs. Flailthroughs is also the name of my YouTube channel. I cover Gundam Battle Operation 2, which has been announced for release in North America, the European Union, and Australia, finally. They are currently, in fact, holding a vote for the 10 mobile suits that people most want. And the 10 winners out of the roster they've provided will be given away for free to starting players when the game comes over. I'm going to be doing basically a little like opinions video on that tomorrow. And if you want to see my other Gundam Battle Operation 2 coverage, it is all up there. Thursdays are the day that the game is updated, and you will see, you will get a detailed listing of that. If you like what I do there, my Patreon is patreon.com/flailthroughs, and you can support me for, a few bucks here and there. $2 will get you a request as to a specific mobile suit or color scheme or both. And, much appreciation to everyone who has done that so far. And for the video content for T-Formers that Chris and I do, you can find that on YouTube at Tformers TV.
I'm just going to go ahead and on your behalf plug tfradio.net/playlist if anybody wants to, in lieu of Patreon or whatever, send you some moral support through your Amazon wish list.
Oh yeah, let me mention that real quick. As far as I can tell from looking at the listings on that, somebody bought me a trackball off of that a couple of weeks ago. It hasn't arrived, so if you sent that to me, you may want to check in and make sure that's okay, because I don't want anybody's money to just vanish there. So I just it's been a couple of weeks since I saw it disappear off the wish list. So yeah, if that was you, something went wrong. So just make sure it's okay.
I also want to give a big shout out to our live chat tonight for sticking with us through hours and hours of this madness.
47 minutes of us furiously pre-ordering things.
Yes, thank you all so much for your patience.
You guys are troopers. You rock. Thank you for being here. And if you want to be part of the live madness, we usually stream live on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find that at tfradio.net/live with the stream. And well, we don't really link to the chat from there anymore, do we? But if you go to the YouTube channel, you can find the live chat on the video page, which we have set up in advance every week.
Yeah,
so it's definitely an interesting time.
Yeah, truly, you all are really VR troopers.
Oh, Don, don't insult them like that. Good night, everybody.
Night, all. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
And thank you guys all for sticking it out through this.
Well, I mean,
I'm amazed my internet held up the way I was jumping back and forth
Are
between
you kidding?
pages.
Great.
Seriously.
Mine, I was totally shocked.
Well, yours decided to take a shit when you first got on the call, and then it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it took my Lightning Collection stuff showed up about an hour after everything else, I think.
Yeah. They're like, no one really wants that. We'll just wait.
Oh, and Magna Defender doesn't have a civilian head, and Mighty Morphin Pink shouldn't have a civilian head.
That's the first time I've ever seen a civilian head with her, though.
Look up that. Go check out that page.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, username Guard Convoy on Twitter tweeted me a little bit ago. No joke, I went from 85% getting Unicron to 35% getting him. There's way too much product coming out in August to September.
Ooh.
Yep.
Hasbro, take a lesson.
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm
almost
surprised.
gonna order a
I'm
Cookie
so
Monster.
surprised. I'm so surprised that they put out 2 HasLab projects in a week.
Well, I mean, they're not, at least they don't really, take from each other.
Crossover, yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
But still.
Yeah.
What?
But hey,
It's
maybe
a bad look to have 2 that might both not make it.
Well, I mean, HBO could always sweep in and throw their HBO money at it, and all of a sudden, hey, look, it got funded in a day.
Yeah,
I
not
mean,
suspicious at all.
Part of it may have been like they're hoping for some signal boosting with SDCC this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Right.
if Comic-Con magically puts $500 in people's wallets, then that would probably help.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Because it's usually the opposite.
But
I don't remember who it was. I don't remember who it
They will
Wait,
be
wait,
far
wait.
more reported over news sites, is what I'm trying to say. Not necessarily people attending SDCC.
So I don't remember who it was, but I saw a report from someone on Twitter who was at SDCC, I think on preview night from the Hasbro Pulse booth, where someone in front of them literally purchased $1,000 worth of Hasbro exclusives in one pass.
Wow.
Yeah. They must have bought one of everything.
I mean, $1,000 isn't a lot of money to a lot of people. It's just $700 is a lot of money to 8,000 people. or 7,000 or whatever. You're asking a lot to find like, I don't know what, over 7,000 people.
Okay,
Considering
so
some people are like diecast and they'll pitch in for a multiple, so you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're looking for maybe, I don't know, 7,000 individuals, 7,400 individuals. It's a lot.
So Rodimus Supreme attempted to tweet at me a screenshot from the Unicron promo video, which shows it standing next to Titan's Return Fortress Maximus. I don't think that's the same prototype that we're looking at this point. I think that's an earlier development stage. So I would tend to hold judgment until we see like the current crop of prototypes put next to our Titan class toys.
Yeah.
Because this may have been an ambitious earlier go at it where they were actually going to have it be bigger. Or, I mean, the measurements they were citing at the booth at STCC might have also been not entirely accurate. You know, there's a lot of ways this could vary. But I mean, if it is a full head taller than Fortress Maximus, that's all the better.
Yeah.
It's 19 pounds. I mean, the weight's got to go somewhere.
You'd think.
Yeah, it went to his back. Didn't you see the picture?
Seriously.
Well, it is
Yeah, I
a
mean-
panel former.
Yeah,
I mean,
every
you
day is
can't-
back there.
You can't build a Dyson sphere around a robot without adding some weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben from BWTF was live tweeting the panel and quoted the Hasbro people saying like it was a special challenge to figure out how to turn Unicron into a planet. And I flippantly responded, yes, so we just gave up and built a planet surface around it instead.
Yeah.
Just gave up the secret of Unicron.
Nice.
But now,
It's the secret of the monster planet.
yeah, well, now someone was saying earlier about there should be some lights and there should be sound chips and stuff.
I don't disagree.
I mean, I don't either. I think there should be lights and some at least some sound chips
I mean,
in there.
sound chips you would have to get cleared from like the estates of the voice actors because
Right.
Yeah.
at least
Well,
two of them are dead.
I mean, honestly, if I was going to design a sound package for this, I would not even bother with the Orson Welles clips.
Use the
I
ones from
would
season
just-
3.
No, I'm going in a different direction.
Oh,
all I
no,
would
Roger
do
C.
is-
Carmel is dead too.
I would,
Oh yeah.
yeah, has been since like '87, I think. No, what I would do is just clear the rights for a little selection of the music theme that plays in the opening of the movie
Oh
Oh,
when
yeah.
Unicron's doing the flyby.
Call
Oh,
Vince.
that's true.
That's all Vince.
Yeah, and also maybe add the music. Well, not the music, but when he's transforming, the panels forming, the stuff sliding, the
Yeah.
air
I
escaping.
would do a
you know.
sound effects package overdoing voice samples because for one thing, voice samples are tricky for any hope of selling it internationally.
Right.
Because if you're selling it someplace where the language is not exclusively officially English, you can't really have voice clips because it has to be reflective of both or whatever number of languages.
But
And especially to sell it in Japan,
yeah.
they could design separate sound chips, but that's just adding to the manufacturing process and the cost of securing the rights to whatever sounds they want to use too.
But I was looking at the Unicron. I was looking at the rings, and I mentioned this on Twitter a couple hours ago. There's enough nooks and crannies on those rings that I think if someone designed, and again, I don't know how feasible this is,
Lights.
but if they design, well, no, not even lights, just translucent little gems, shaped like translucent
Oh
little
yeah, you
gems.
can do that.
And
You can do
Light
that.
piping.
Yeah, basically you would turn. Now, see, it's like where you see where the circles are, where they bend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you could put something in those and it would still bend around it.
Yeah, no,
But
but a
there's
lot of those hollow spaces, you could stick little clear color pieces in there and have it be like sparkly.
Yeah, and basically just have it be a really a translucent plastic. I mean, you would have to have the figure in hand first to know how to
I mean,
cut.
I would
But I
probably
mean,
just get a string of LED Christmas lights and string that around the rings.
oh, you know,
If I was going to get a Unicron, which I'm not, because A, no $600 anymore after tonight's pre-orders, and B, no place to put the damn thing, and C, kind of not an interest. Like, that's something I didn't really touch on when we were talking about it in the show, but I don't really care.
This is
It's
probably the only HasLab thing I will actually ever back. So
yeah.
I
Well, see,
mean, this is interesting, and honestly, I am glad for people like Diecast, maybe not Diecast specifically, but people like him,
yeah.
who want a new modern Unicron. Like, you know, for anybody who can actually throw in behind this responsibly, which I admit rules a lot of people out, but if anybody who
rules
can
me
throw in
out.
behind this responsibly,
Well,
yeah.
I'll be honest. One of the people on Twitter asked me what my opinion was, and I told him I like the figure and I want it. It's not. It's not that I have to have this figure because it's Unicron. It would be the centerpiece of anyone's collection, literally. But it's also the fact that there is a small amount of fear of missing out, I think, to a degree, because if I don't get this now, or at least back it before the end date,
Yeah.
and it does go through, I will never be able to get this figure. Because if it's made, how often do you expect to see this on eBay?
People
Or
are
through
selling sale barges.
Do
They're
you-
just
do
selling them
you-
at a big markup.
Don, do you want to know what I told my brother about this figure?
Yeah, I do.
If I ever decide to get one, I will just wait 20 years and get it in an estate sale.
Oh yeah, that's well. You won't wait that long for me, but it's just the fact that I'm not doing it because I'm fear I'm missing it out. But I will admit, I think for this figure, beyond anything else we've seen in recent memory, if you don't literally get it now, I don't see a third party doing one in any way, shape, or form that would be a comparatively compatible figure to meet the requirements of this character at a build quality and a price point of what they're doing here. I do not see a third party option. At any time. I really don't any time in the future. Not this big, this massive. To be an actual direct competitor, I can't see them doing it.
Well,
Not without a lot of shortcut.
Okay, so I sometimes, perceive this certain one-upmanship in third party as opposed to how Hasbro does things. So I would actually not be surprised if we see some ridiculously massive third-party Unicron announced sometime soon. I really wouldn't.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm just saying though, with their shorter production runs, higher tooling costs, and the amount of capital this is going to take, if Hasbro's having to crowdfund this thing to make it a viable option, I just don't see third party as being able to create a competitive piece in this same price range.
Okay, on
And
that
again,
note, live stream, we are going
Okay.
to cut off here. So good night, everybody. Thank you for staying with us. I hope you enjoyed the show.
All right,
See you
everybody
next
take
week.
care. Take care.
Bye, guys.
But Jason's
Yeah.
got to go to bed.